My fault on that. You just get in such a routine, you don't even think about it.
Yeah,
I
I
think
remember.
Brad lost us.
So we'll go from there.
I mean, I didn't touch anything.
No, we ain't does nothing, dog.
We're in timeout.
It's on you. Brad, do I need to turn your mic volume down a little bit? Is it okay?
And we're back.
All right, give me the feedback.
I guess I could have told him
What were they so used?
well, that's
You
what I
know.
just
Parsons Wright CPAs pride
I don't
themselves on
know.
creating a long-lasting
30 seconds.
relationship with those that seek its services. We want to get to know you so that we can get to know your business. Running a business should not be as stressful as it is in today's time. Let us help you. We offer payroll, sales tax, monthly
Tell me
quarterly
what-
reports, and other
when it
services
dropped,
specifically designed to help you, the business owner. If you need help with your business, give us a call today at 865-376-5865 or stop by our office at 1 Springwood Way in Kingston or behind the stairs in Crossville. We want to make business easier for you.
Are you someone who suffers an illness from working in the plants in Oak Ridge and are approved by the Department of Labor? Leach Pharmacy in Oliver Springs is your local DOL provider and offers
I
free
hope he's had a few people go in there and be like, yeah, I'm a DOL insurance guy. He must get a lot of money off of that.
help you today.
Life Care Center of Morgan County wishes
Hard
you all of the
dick.
happiness in the world during this Thanksgiving holiday. May good health and wealth be yours. This is the Thanksgiving greeting from everyone at Life Care Center of Morgan County, Potter's Fall Road in Morgan.
You are listening to One Bank High School football on WECO, sponsored by the all-new E2 Sports in Harriman.
We exceed your expectations and empower excellence at E2 Sports.
And welcome back to our E2 Sports pregame show. Keith Adcock, Logan Adcock, along with Andrew Knight. And we had a chance to talk to both coaches before tonight's game. Right now, let's listen in to Coach Keith Henry of the Coalfield Yellow Jackets.
And Coach Keith Henry, Coalfield Yellow Jackets, and Keith, round number 3, and a familiar old foe, here comes Oliver Springs.
You get that right, Keith. 5 miles down the road, region game. Doesn't get any better than this. And it's playing the quarterfinals to see who can advance to the semifinals. 8 teams playing tonight and across the state in each classification. It'll be 4 after tonight. It was, really, Oliver Springs really do a great job. That last one we played was a tough ball game. We finally got a score in the fourth quarter to get the win. And I'm sure they've made some adjustments and done some things to work on us at. That's been a few weeks ago. I think it'll be a physical slobber knocker ball game. Is what I think.
Well, I would have to agree with you. I know back in October we do a great ball game, and I expect something tonight. Probably not a lot of changes. Really, I made some adjustments, made whatever, but I think it's just going to line up and say, here we are, and let's go, both teams.
Could be. Could be.
I just really think that's the way it's going to be. But it's the quarterfinals, and you're playing for the semifinals in next week. I know that's always big, and a lot of folks thought, well, close. Well, they're here, and that makes a world of difference. And you're every week. Last week, probably the best game I've seen them all.
Starting at left guard, number 77, Owen Jackson.
Done a great job. The guys have done a great job getting these young men who we are. I'm proud of coaches. I'm proud of these young men. So proud of them. Very, very tough.
Starting at right tackle, number 70, Matthew Johnson.
Never give up and just keep playing. And I believe what you said. That
wide receiver, number 10, Kane Goose.
And that's what it's all about. Find a way to win, guys. Find a way to win.
Starting at running back, number 8, Brandon Nation.
On the job training.
Running back, number 2, Gavin Hill.
You just go with it,
That's it. What you got to do to win
And
it
starting
tonight.
at quarterback, number 6, Zach Elliott.
You got it. I thought you just answered for me. And especially tonight, we've got to win a line scrimmage. We've got to win a line scrimmage. Penalties be big, turnovers be big, and we've got to play.
And now, Coalfield fans, here's your starting 11 for the Yellow
That's it in a
Jackets.
nutshell, folks. That's Coach Keith Henry. Coach, good luck in tonight's
Starting
game.
at tight end, number 40, Nick Cagley.
That was Coach Keith Henry talking about the Yellow Jackets and what they're going to have to do here tonight in a very, very tough football game with the Bobcats of Oliver Springs. Also tonight, had a chance to talk to Coach Larry Green of Oliver Springs. And right now, let's listen in to Coach Green and what he has to say about this football game.
The man in the middle at center, number 7,
Coach Larry Green, Oliver Springs Bobcats, and it's November the 20th.
Well, I was surprised by that, Keith.
Right tackle, number 55, Braden Burgess.
Somebody said the only time they played
Tight end, number 19, Hayden Hicks.
Back when you was born.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, I could tell tales on you, but I won't. Wait on the radio.
So Larry, what a testimony of these football things, you know, coming through the season, and here you are, third round of the playoffs, quarterfinals, and you're back at Coalfield.
Coach of the Yellow Jackets is Keith Henry.
It's something else, really good game last time.
Shelley Burgess.
Hopefully it'll be a good close game, you know, tonight. We can keep it close going in the fourth quarter and maybe pull one out this time.
It's one of those games where you have a lot on the line. Not only is it a rivalry game, but there's a lot at stake. You got a trip to the semifinals.
Yeah, very big game, you know, for both teams. You know, proud of our guys for, you know, starting out 0-4 and overcoming that. And then last week, you know, we had 12 kids out on COVID tracing, 5 starters. So really had to go up, but Cloudland lay it all on the line. Just, you know, so proud of our kids to get to this point. And hopefully we're going to play our best game of the season to date tonight.
Well, that's what you hope for, and I know that's what the kids hope for. But what do you got to do to win this one tonight? You know, you throw out your record. You can do whatever you want to. It's Coalfield, Oliver Springs, whether it's playoff or regular season. What do you got to do to win this one?
Well, you know, we've got to play good defense just like every week. You know, Coalfield's offense, they really got it dialed in. You know, Seth Lyle's probably the most experienced back, but they got 2 other backs that run really hard, and then, you know, you can't key on any of them, and then the quarterback will come out there with it. And, you know, they're a running team, but they can throw the ball when they want to. So, got to play good defensively, and, you know, got to finish drives on offense, take care of the football. That's what hurt us out here a month ago, you know, turnovers and just some little things, you know, controlling the snap and, you know, just do the little things right, and hopefully the big things will happen.
So you know, for Larry, good luck in tonight's game. We'll talk to you when this one's over tonight. Thank you.
That's Coach Larry Green. And, Andrew, you can tell both coaches may be just a little bit tight tonight.
There's a lot on the line. I mean, it's anytime, each week you advance, obviously a little bit more on the line. And also each week you advance, it's a little more not just from your hometown. There's more people from the county and outside of it. Just, hey, what's the only game in town in the area? Well, it's right here between these 2 ball clubs that are just separated by only a few miles. So a lot on the line. Obviously the semifinal next week on the line. And then beyond that, hey, you're just 1 game away from the state title game.
Well, we certainly are. And let me welcome aboard somebody. We're streaming tonight with BBB TV 12, and they are streaming that on, help me out, Roku, Pogo, and Roku, and Fire Stick, and all that stuff is what they're doing. So, folks, you can live stream it or you can listen in. But right now, let's get a break. We'll be back right after this.
Hello, folks. Bruce Bass, Showtime Ford in Walker, Tennessee. And we have a great selection of new and pre-owned cars in stock and ready to go. We've got new Ford 0% interest, 90 days deferred payment, up to $10,000 rebate on some models. Trade assist if you're a little upside down, this is the time. To end this year's events up, we have teamed up with the old fat man, Jess Santa Claus, to come up with some Santa bucks from $100 to $500 per car, any vehicle you buy. Visit us online, ShowtimeFord.com, or call us at 1-877-NEW-FORD. Remember, folks, it's go time. It's showtime.
Hello, this is Jason Coyne, Chief Administrative Officer at Roan Medical Center. Now that all of our services are open again, we're excited to welcome you back. We're taking every precaution to keep you safe, like enhanced cleaning protocols, wearing masks, injury screening, and social distancing. I would like to thank our community for the incredible support you've shown our employees during this time. You're the reason we are here, and it's our privilege to care for you. Learn more at roanmedical.com.
Tri-County Federated Auto and Truck Parts stocks premium aftermarket and original equipment parts like DCA and Timken bearings, Hub, Carter fuel pumps, and Gates belt hoses and water pumps. Tri-County Federated is a member of the Federated Auto Parts Buying Group, which means our prices are very competitive. Locally owned and operated, Tri-County Federated Auto and Truck Parts has locations in Crossville, Monterey, and Huntsville. Tri-County Federated Auto and Truck Parts, proud to be title sponsor of NASCAR on WECO.
Pre-planning services will bring peace of mind. It relieves your family from future financial obligations. You make decisions with a clear mind. Pre-planning is a thoughtful gift. The family needs to reflect on the memories without making decisions at an emotional time. Rearranging is a smart financial decision. Davis Funeral Home. In Harriman, phone 882-2000. In Wartburg, phone 346-2011. Davis Funeral Home. We're here for you.
This is Jana Gooch. Wartburg Pharmacy is now closed. All prescriptions have been transferred to Walgreens Pharmacy in Wartburg. My sister Jay and I want to thank the community for 24 years of your wonderful support. We both will begin working at Walgreens Pharmacy soon, and we invite you to come see it. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
For a good home-cooked meal, visit Courtney's.
30 seconds.
a.m. till 4 p.m. Look for daily specials on Courtney's Diner Facebook page. Call 882-4004 for carry-out orders. Courtney's Diner, 2807 Rome State Highway in Midtown.
You are listening to One Bank High School football on WECO, sponsored by the all-new E2 Sports in Harriman.
When it comes to sporting goods of all types, come to E2 Sports.
And welcome back to our E2 Sports pregame show. Keith Adcock along with Logan Adcock, Andrew Knight. And guys, it's time to do the starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting lineups tonight sponsored by Dr. Thomas Allen of the Wartburg Family Medical Center, providing family practice and sports medical care. Logan, you've got the lineups tonight.
Keith will start with Oliver Springs. Anchor in the middle for Oliver Springs will be Brady Jackson. To his right side, the guard, Jaden Gilman. The tackle, Matthew Johnson. To his left side, the guard will be Owen Jackson. And the tackle, Evan Martin. Your running backs will be Gavin Hill, Jacob Heilman, and Brandon Nation. Tight end, Tyler Mance. Wide receiver, Tyler Bridge. And the quarterback for the Bobcats will be Zach Elliott. For Coalfield, the man anchor in the line will be Hank Trail. To his right side, the guard will be Ian McQueen. Tackle, Logan Bunch. To his left side, the guard will be Bryson Ridge. Tackle, Braden Burgess. Wide receivers will be Dawson Nitsky and Levi Mullins. Running backs, Seth Lau and Landon Lau. Fullback will be Isaac McKinney. Quarterback for the Yellow Jackets will be Cole Hines.
That'll be the starting lineups for tonight's game as we get set to get underway here in just a few moments. And, guys, I'm going to get your final thoughts before I get that final break here in about a minute or whatever. But, Andrew, big ball game, much like I think we're going to see one much like you and I saw last week right here at Rochelle Field.
I think so. And one thing I wanted to point out from last week that we've yet to mention was the Coalfield defense. For those that didn't listen or weren't here, two of the best goal line stands, maybe any level, high school, college, what have you, right before the half and to end the game, where Greenback had 5 or 7 opportunities inside their 2-yard line on 2 different drives, but both time Coalfield's defense stepped up and basically just stoned them right at the line of scrimmage. So can that same defense and that same performance from the Yellow Jackets show up tonight, or will the Oliver Springs offense and that running game, Zach Elliott, maybe those guys can get some things going on offense to really test the Jacket defense?
Logan?
I think defense for Coalfield has to stand strong. I think if Coach Green and the Bobcats go to the air, Coalfield's got to back up and get some coverage systems going on, because they've seen Oliver Springs go heads up, pound for pound, run the ball, just like the last time in a few games. I'm sure if they watch the film, that's what they've seen. And I think, like you said earlier, Keith, they'll try to elude that and go back to the air. And if they do, I think Coalfield's got to cover that. And I think it's very, very necessary for Coalfield to come out and establish their running game very early.
Folks, it's round 3, TSSAA High School Football Playoffs, quarterfinals, Coalfield, Oliver Springs. Let's get our final break. We'll be back with kickoff right after this. That's the 2 you're running together and a billboard.
Stand forward.
Thank you.
North Gateway Avenue in Rockport, 865-354-1670.
Eric Oaks.
Hey, sports fans, this is Adam Lloyd with E2 Sports, formerly Reno's in downtown Harriman. Whether you're looking to score the game-winning touchdown or kick the winning goal in overtime, E2 Sports is ready to help you meet all of your game-winning needs. We specialize in sporting goods equipment and apparel, as well as custom T-shirts and embroidery services for your company or organization, and we're committed to customer service to empower your team to excellence. Our staff is equipped and ready to serve you, and we look forward to the opportunity to exceed your expectations.
Hello from Tennessee's finest awards and frameworks in downtown Harriman.
This is Emily inviting you to shop with us for trophies, plaques, acrylic awards, custom industrial signage and tags, and custom matting and picture framing. Tennessee's Finest Awards also offers a variety of engravable personalized gifts. When it comes to custom framing and awards of all types, come to Tennessee's Finest Awards and Framework, 424 North Graham Street in Harriman, or visit us online at tssfinestawardsandframework.com.
Two names that are well known in the Oliver Springs community: Harvey Furniture and Harvey and keeps up for you to provide quality, built appliances backed by professional service, all with the famous Harvey's low prices. If you need to purchase an appliance, they do suggest cheapy appliances, financing and delivery available here at Harvey's Furniture, Oliver Springs.
Marcy's Nails in Crossville have the best price in town for powder dip nails. Powder dip nails are long-lasting and safe.
One.
$5 off dip nails now at Marcy's Nails and Hair, 115 South Main Street in Crossville. Call 931-787-6611 for an appointment.
This is Drew Kennedy. Everyone at Huber Funeral Home and Thanksgiving best wishes you and your family. Huber Funeral Home is thankful for the community that's given us over the years. Happy Thanksgiving from Huber Funeral Home in Wartburg and Sunrise.
Step back in time with a visit to 100-year-old R.M. Brooks Old Country Store, a place where locals sit by a pot-bellied stove and tell stories, a place where you'll find antiques and the best tasting bologna sandwich in Tennessee. R.M. Brooks Store in Rugby, y'all come.
One day, high school football is on the air. From the regular season to the postseason playoffs, follow your favorite team on WECO.
This is Ashley Davis. One day we are proud to be title sponsor of high school football. WECO, one day, the local school.
Other sponsors include Tennessee's finest trophies and awards, Robbie Motorsports and Jacobs, Life Care Center of Morgantown, Roan Medical Center, Lumber King, Southport Therapy, Plateau Electric Cooperative, Highland Telephone Co-op, Clayton Homes of Harriman, Schubert Funeral Home, Eaton's Monuments, and by Circuit Court Clerk Marla Hines.
Tonight's broadcast will be heard on our smartphone app and at WECOradio.com. Serving you for 50 years.
101.3 FM, WECO, Wartburg.
And welcome back once again to Rochelle Field. We're about 10 seconds away from kickoff. Oliver Springs wins the toss. They elect to receive. And Coalfield will tee it up, moving right to left on the radio dial or on the TV screen here tonight. It'll be Gavin Hill and Bridges back deep for the Bobcats. As kicking off for the Yellow Jackets, it'll be Hayden Hicks. Round number 3. Second time these two teams have met all year. And Hill, got to watch him, Logan. He's a speedster, and he can break one quickly.
And it don't take long at all.
So we're set to go, folks, right here from Rochelle Field. The whistle sounds. Hayden Hicks to kick it off. He'll approach the football. There's the kick, and it's a kind of a short off to the right side, and it's taken out of a 25 up to about the 37-yard line. And on the return for Oliver Springs that time, it was Dakota Adkins. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats, and they'll begin this drive at their own. Actually, they mark it at the 39-yard line.
Bobcats take over 1st and 10, ball on their own 34.
Actually, 34. I said 39. It is the 34. So it'll be 1st and 10. Elliott, the quarterback. He'll work out of that pistol set. Back split in the backfield. There's a snap. There's a handoff. That's Nation nothing. You may have gotten a yard. That's about it. Making the stop for the Yellow Jackets that time was Landon Lau. So it'll be a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8 for the Bobcats. This one just underway. 11:37, clock running first quarter, no score. So Oliver Springs, their first offensive possession. This time they'll line it up. They'll go with a wide out to both sides. Again, out of the shotgun, back split to the right. Elliott, the quarterback. There's a snap. There's a quick handoff again. And with it, maybe picking up another 3 yards that time. Carrying the ball forward. And again, it was Seth Lau and along with Nick Kegley and Hicks who made the stop on Gavin Hill. So he'll pick up 3. It'll be 3rd and 5. So the Bobcats, Logan, they like this running game.
Well, anytime I can get 3 yards at a time, Keith, I'll try my luck at it.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 as the Cats back to the line of scrimmage. As again, this time they trip to the near side.
3rd and 5, Bobcats.
Elliott, the quarterback, single back in the backfield. Elliott got a man in motion. That's Hill to the right side. Fakes out into the flat. A quick hitch. It's caught behind, and boy, there's a block in the back that probably didn't go anywhere. But the reception was good by Bridges. But Hicks was there to make the stop. So it brings up 4th down. So a good defensive set by the Yellow Jackets, drifting back deep. It appears to be Mullins for the Yellow Jackets, and I believe that is Connor Johnson. Howman in punt formation on 4th and 6. Coalfield, 5-man front. There's a snap. Howman try to get it off and does. Pretty good kick. And it will hit. And Johnson will pick it up. Stutter steps. He's at the 20, up to the 30. He picked it up at the 25. Probably should have caught that ball, Logan.
Very well could have. Keith had plenty of room to get up and under it, but that's one of those deals early in the football game. You probably don't want to muff that and let them have it back.
And just we talked about that Coalfield defense a moment ago. To start this ball game, 3 and out, only giving up, 5 yards on the first drive. So certainly a good win there for defense now for Coalfield. Now we'll see what their offense can do in its first.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets as the whistle sounds for some reason.
For the Yellow Jackets, number 3,
and they'll stop play. Don't know what that's about, but they'll huddle up one more time. Hines looks at the official.
Your play clocks were out of sync. One said 20, one said 25.
So they're going to talk about that here in just a few moments. First series, Logan. Coalfield defensively didn't give up a lot.
No, and coverage, Keith, right there. You know, not that Oliver Springs really tried to throw the ball deep or anything, but on a couple plays where one man went sailing down the field on just a straight down the field route, good coverage, unable to, to break open.
Andrew, I believe you can tell us something.
I can just really quick. We want to take a chance to recognize one of our sponsors. CNC Heating and Air out of Oliver Springs offers HVAC services that includes heating repair, AC repair, preventative maintenance, and complete HVAC installation. Don't get stuck in the cold this winter. Contact CNC Heating and Air for all your heat upkeep. 423-518-0372. Again, 423-518-0372. That's CNC Heating and Air.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Still a mix-up on the play clocks. One saying 40, one saying 25, but the officials must be keeping it on the field right now. Now that T formation. Hines, a quarterback. There's a snap, and there's a handoff, and with the ball, that was Seth Lau. Gets it up to the 30, line of scrimmage, and no gain on the play. And digging in was Nation for the stomp, and along with Nation in the pile that time.
First by number 8, Brandon Nation.
So it'll bring up 2nd down 10, no gain.
2nd and 10, Yellow Jackets, ball on their own 30.
So let's see what the quarterback Hines, the play again, out of that T formation. Hines, the quarterback, 5-man front. There's a snap. There's the quick pitch again. They go to Lau to the outside. Got big running room. He could be off the hole. He just pulverizes somebody. That was, I think, Bridges, but there's the typical Seth Lau, Logan.
Keith, when Lau realized I don't have enough room to get by you, so I'm going to lower my head, and we're just going to see if you can hang on.
Well, he didn't hang on. That was White Green, and Green, I'll guarantee you, felt that one. So it's 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Ball spotted at the Cat 49-yard line. Again, out of that T formation. Cole Hines, a quarterback, 5-man front for the Cats. Playing that 4-3 defensive set. There again, there's a handoff, and again, it's Lau across the 45 down to the 44-yard line, and making the stop for the Bobcats, Dakota Atkins. So a big, 6-yard gain on 1st down. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 4. 8 minutes, 21 seconds, clock running. Here in the first quarter, no score. Oliver Springs 0, Coalfield 0. Yellow Jackets back to the line of scrimmage. Cole Hines, a quarterback. Hines under center, out of the T formation. There's a snap. There's the handoff. They go to, this time, Brandon Lau. He's got the first down, driving across the 40 down to the 39-yard line. Again, Brandon Nation was there to make the stop for the Bobcats.
Stop at number 8, Brandon Nation.
So it appears to be a first down, and it is. 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets following the 39.
So Coalfield moving the ball offensively. Nothing fancy. They're just lining up, and Logan, pretty much stop me if you can.
That's what we've seen out of Coalfield for probably 5 weeks in a row, Keith.
So back to the line again. There's another quick handoff. No, it's on the keeper. That is a big first down by Cole Hines, the quarterback, all the way down to the 27-yard line. And that time, he fooled me.
That quick handoff, Keith, able to get it there, and then just a jump step down the field, Cole Hines went.
A big, big first down by the Yellow Jackets. So back to the line, Cole Hines, the young sophomore quarterback. Can't really call him bad anymore. He's led them all year long. Back to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. There's a snap, and there's a handoff, and with the ball, I thought it was Lau, but they gave it to McKinney, and he picks up, what, 4 yards?
Well, you're not the only one that thought it was Lau, Keith. Gavin Hill. And
everybody else did, too, Andrew. So there's some more hiding that football.
I'll just wait for you to tell me who it is. How about that?
Well, I thought Seth Lau had it, but it was McKinney.
Stop by number 61, Austin Bridges.
Actually, it was Hayden Hicks on the carry who had slipped into the backfield. Hicks is in at fullback. So back to the line. Hines. There's a snap. There's a handoff, and it goes Landon Lau. Nope. Oh, my goodness, Cole Hines into the end zone. Count it. It's a Hammers touchdown for Cole Hines and the Yellow Jackets. So with 6:23 remaining, and they need to stop the clock. They've run off 10 seconds. And now they stop it, but they ran off, Logan. 13, 14, 15, 16. They ran off 16 seconds after the score. But Cole Hines on the keeper, and Andrew, I had no idea we had the football.
No, and that's the thing about this, you don't always have, there's multiple ways to strike, right? You can spread them out, pack it in, but right there, just some misdirection. But Cole Hines sneaking out to the right side of the offense, 24 yards scampering to pay dirt for this first touchdown of the game.
So the Yellow Jackets, first offensive possession, and they draw first blood. They began this drive at their own 25-yard line. So 75-yard drive in for the touchdown. If you haven't been to Hammers, you haven't been to Wartburg, as Cole Hines scoring the Hammers touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. Coalfield will now line it up and go for 2. So out of the shotgun. Hines, a quarterback, awaits a snap. There's a man in motion. There's a handoff. Connor Johnson. Did he get in? He did. So with 6:07 on the clock, Coalfield draws first blood. They lead this one by a score of 8-0, Andrew.
You're exactly right, Keith, and perfect drive there for Coalfield, getting into the end zone. And while we have just another moment, we'll tell you about another one of our sponsors helping making these broadcasts possible, including Lonnie Jones Insurance out of Knoxville. If you might be looking to save on your auto, maybe homeowners insurance, even power sports, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, things like that. If you said yes to one of those questions, give Chelsea McKinney at Lonnie Jones Insurance a call or even a text, 865-675-0300. At Lonnie Jones Insurance, we build relationships, not numbers. That information again, 865-675-0300 for might save you some money on your insurance.
Coalfield said to kick it off. Kickoff tonight sponsored by Courtney's Diner out of Midtown. Check our Facebook page for all her daily specials. Hill back deep for Oliver Springs. And also back deep, it'll be Tyler Bridge. Kicking off will be Hayden Hicks. As Coalfield with 6:20, they finally put time back on the clock. I didn't think they were going to, but they did.
But really, if you think about it, Keith, the perfect way for Coalfield to start this game, you come out on defense, you force a 3 and out, and your offense gets it 75 yards later into the end zone. So definitely great start, Coalfield.
So the Yellow Jackets will kick it off. Let's see if Hicks will go deep with it this time. A little bit short on the first one as the whistle sounds. Hayden Hicks. There's the kick, and it's a dandy. And it'll be Gavin Hill at the 4, 5, 10, 15, up to the 20. Turns it outside to the 25, 30, 35, 40. Up to the midfield, dragged down from behind at the Yellow Jacket 49, 48-yard line. They'll mark him at the 47. Good return, and that's the speed of Gavin Hill. Big play capability.
And Connor Johnson was able to make the stop, but had Johnson not been able to make up some of that ground,
we could have been a tie ball game.
Hill has some wheels, absolutely. So nice possession that Oliver Springs obviously had one, but good field position in the Coalfield territory.
And a whistle sounds as the officials walk in. Well, they won't again. Malfunction on the clocks. So we're having a terrible time, Andrew, with a play clock here tonight.
Well, if I'm remembering correctly, this is about the third week that we've been here, and the first week had some things flashing up there on the board as far as no down and distance and things like that. But, it's part of it,
So we'll see what it is. Got anything else you need to tell us about?
Well, sure.
Well, we got a break.
Hey, we always love recognizing all of our great sponsors, again, that help make these broadcasts possible. And while they are checking on the clock, real quick, we'll tell you about Ace Hardware there in Oliver Springs. If you might be a musician, that's right, musician. Turn to Ace Hardware in Oliver Springs for all your equipment and accessories this holiday season. Guitar strings, tuners, foot pedals, picks, and much more. Even school band accessories are available as well. Ace Hardware, Tri-County Boulevard, and Oliver Springs, more than just a hardware store.
Logan defensively for Coalfield, a very good stand on the first possession, but they're going to have to do most of that all night long.
You're right, Keith, and one thing they can't do is get caught up in a lull with Oliver Springs running the ball and let, big Tyler Mance or one of those guys slip in behind the linebackers and have 10 and 15 yards at a time. They've got to keep their situational awareness up. Andrew said it a lot. Do my job and then react, and that's a thing that Coalfield's going to have to do. They can't just automatically assume that they're going to be running the football and get burnt deep.
Oliver Springs, on the other hand, they've got to get something going offensively right now. They need to do something on this drive, at least pick up a couple first downs to be something positive, Andrew.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 and outs aren't going to get you anywhere, obviously, continuing that. But maybe that first drive found a few things that possibly did not work. Correct that here on the second drive. But either way, good field position for Oliver Springs starting this inside Coalfield territory. And I say starting inside Coalfield territory if they can actually start due to the conference of the officials that is still going on at this time.
And they're still conferencing is what they're doing. As we're talking to both head coaches. Probably going to keep it on the field is what I would say.
That'd probably be the quickest bet they have.
It would, With 6:20 remaining here in the first quarter, Coalfield on top by a score of 8-0.
A few scoring updates throughout the area. I know it's early, but nonetheless, Meigs County, they're in region, or in 2A, I should say. Meigs County 7-0 over South Green. Maryville leads Dobbins Bennett 7-0, and Alcoa leads Gatlinburg Pittman 7-0 throughout the region. But right now, it's back to Coalfield and Oliver Springs.
It's 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the Yellow Jacket 47-yard line. Elliott, the quarterback, single back in the backfield. Slot to the far side, man in motion. That's Hill. They fake the handoff, and there's a quick handoff. I got plenty of running room down the field, and that's Nation. Big 22-yard gain. Great play that time by Brendan Nation of Oliver Springs.
Tripped up by number 20,
Levi Mullins makes a stop for Coalfield, but now that's what Oliver Springs needed right there.
And you mentioned it, basically just get a first down, get something positive here on this second drive. Oliver Springs did just that behind the running of Nation after that 22-yard pickup.
So back to the line of scrimmage. Nation will be the single back in the backfield. Elliott, the quarterback. Coalfield lining up in that 4-man front right now. Elliott awaits a snap. There's a snap. There again, they go to Nation. Picks up about 3 as it gets across the line of scrimmage. Seth Lau is there along with Landon Lau to make the stop. But he'll pick up 3, maybe even 4. So we'll give him 4, 2nd down and 6. And the clock is not running, guys.
No, they said it would be kept up or on the field.
Well, it's going to be terrible, isn't it? Okay. So I have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you this, it's less than 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter.
So back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 6 for the first down. Elliott, the quarterback. Waits a snap. There's a snap. There's a handoff. They go quickly to Hill. May have gotten a yard. That's it. Cagley is there. He stuffs that one after maybe a gain of yards, so it'll be a big third down play now for the Cats. And, Logan, now's a great time that you're probably going to look for that pass.
If it's me calling the offense, Keith, I most definitely am going to the air right here. It's expected, but one thing, you got to attack that secondary of Coalfield to see if they're going to be able to stop them.
Kane Googe will bring the play in from the sideline for Oliver Springs. He'll be a wide out to the far side as the Bobcats will slot to the near side. Single back in the backfield. Elliott, the quarterback. He awaits the snap. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. They go to Nation. Stuffed in the backfield for about an 8-yard loss. Seth Lau and Landon Lau. Big play for Coalfield defensively. So now it's 4th and 10 for the Bobcats as they lose. Well, they actually call it 4th and 9, so they lose 5. They give him forward progress. So big play for the Bobcats right here. With 4th and 9, Googe will bring the play in from the sideline. And they just need company. They need 9 yards, Logan, is what they need. A little confusion on some of the players right now as they look at the wrist saying, whoa, wait a minute. Nation will be the single back in the backfield. Hill in motion, back to pass. That will be into the end zone or 5-yard line, incomplete. Overthrew his receiver that time. Yellow Jackets will take over 1st and 10 as he tried to get that time down the field, Tyler Bridge, but it's incomplete.
And that's one Elliott would probably want back because he had Bridges getting open, getting some separation, but flush to his right. Elliott made maybe a little quicker than he wanted, but as it is, turnover on downs, Coalfield ball.
Coalfield will start this drive, at their 27-yard line, 26.
Turnover on downs, the Yellow Jackets take over first.
And you guys are going to have to find the ball because I've lost it twice tonight already, Andrew.
Well, it happens to the best of us, Keith. I understand.
So 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets. Cole Hines, out of that T formation, works under center. Hines awaits a snap. There's a snap. Quick pitch out to the outside, and good defense that time as making the stop for the Bobcats. Rushing in was Owen Jackson, and he read that one all the way. Landon Lau may have picked up a yard. That's about it. Actually, going to lose 2 yards.
Stop on number 77, Owen Jackson.
So it'll be 2nd down and 12. That's a good defensive play that time by the Bobcats. Scoville back to the line of scrimmage. Hines, the quarterback.
2nd and 12, Yellow Jackets, ball on their own.
Hines under center. There's a handoff, and with it was Cole Hines. All the way out to the 34?
Number 10, Kane Googe, and number 35,
Tyler Mance. Kane Googe makes a stop, but there's another big rushing play by Cole Hines, and that brings up 3rd and 2.
I'd much rather have 3rd and 2 than 3rd and 10.
Or 12. So back to the line of scrimmage again. Big play. 3rd down for the Yellow Jackets. Hines, a quarterback. Works under center. There's a snap. There's a handoff. There's a 1st down. Seth Lau.
Seth Lau, the ball carrier.
Up to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets.
Tripped up by number 56, Evan Martin.
Evan Martin there to make the stop.
Yellow Jackets, ball on the Coalfield 40.
Ball on the Yellow Jacket 40-yard line. Coalfield is chewing up the clock right now, Logan. That may have been the strategy tonight.
It's worked for them all year, Keith.
So back to the line of scrimmage. Hines, a quarterback. There's a snap. There's a handoff. And again, it's Seth Loud. It's across the 45 up to the 47-yard line.
And Lau coming off his 128 yards last week and a touchdown over Greenback. And each time he actually takes the field, averages about 2 touchdowns a game, does Seth Lau. So I would imagine for the senior, number 5, you'll be getting a steady dose of him tonight the rest of this ballgame.
There's 8 more tonight for him. So it'll be 2nd down and 2. Kane Googe made the stop for Oliver Springs. Hines, a quarterback. Again, out of that T formation. Hines, there's a snap. And with it, the fullback this time all the way down to the 41-yard line. That is Isaac McKinney.
Isaac McKinney, the ball carrier, stopped by number 4, Jacob Heilman.
Heilman was there to make the stop, but Logan Coalfield continued to churn out 7 to 8, 9 yards a carry.
And just eat the clock out, Keith.
We would tell you how much time is left, but we have no idea. So the ball is spotted at the Cat 41-yard line, 1st and 10, Coalfield. I know we're late in the first quarter. Hines, there's a snap. There's a handoff all the way down the field. That's McKinney still on his feet, down to the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Finally making the stop was Bridges for Oliver Springs, but it was that quick hit to the fullback, Logan, right up the gut.
A little misdirection, Keith.
And Coalfield right now, Andrew, just having her way with this Cat defensive unit.
Just move it, and you might say, well, we talked about, will they pass it? Will they do a little trickery? Again, do what you do and do it well. Coalfield, with 0 passes thus far, doing what they do well, running the football.
So back to the line of scrimmage. Hines under center. There's a snap. There's a handoff. And with it was, again, the fullback. And there's a flag, and that'll go against Oliver Springs. That'll be a personal foul. And you've got to control the tempers.
Absolutely. These are the type of games where you get this far, the little things, a penalty here or a turnover there can be so magnifying whenever, because you're not playing scrubs at this point in the season. There's, only 8 teams left in each classification, so certainly got to take care and do the little things.
Personal foul, Oliver Springs. That'll be automatic first down, and they'll spot the ball at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Coalfield as the first quarter got to be winding down, folks. As Oliver Springs, just no answer for this offensive unit for Coalfield right now. They mark it just at the 5-yard line.
And I guess we know the score, Coalfield 8-0. The time remaining due to a clock issue we're unaware of, but we would guesstimate about, 2 or so minutes left. But that may be off. I don't know.
So back to the line of scrimmage. They'll call it 2nd down and 1. Now the official steps in. Now he backs back out. He'll wind the clock up. Hines, there's a snap. There's a handoff. Seth Lau walks it into the end zone. It's a Yellow Jacket touchdown. It's a Hammers touchdown for Seth Lau. And the Yellow Jackets, as Coalfield jumps out on Oliver Springs by a score of 14-0. 73-yard drive, 75-yard drive on the first possession. So Coalfield will line it up and go for 2. And we'd love to tell you how much time was left, but we don't know.
We don't, and not many do, I would imagine.
I don't think they do. Well, the officials will, but that's about it.
Yep.
So Coalfield will line it up. They'll go with a trip set to the far side. Hines, there's a snap, looks, penalty flag comes out. There's a handoff, and moving into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, but a flag. Probably going to get a hold in against Coalfield. Be the first penalty against the Yellow Jackets, so they'll line it up, I'm sure, and try it one more time. False start against Coalfield, so they'll penalize them 5 yards. And they'll attempt the point after one more time, this time from the 8-yard line. Leading this game by a score of 14-0. Hines, the quarterback, will work his way over to the sideline. He'll get to play, and let's see what Coach Jason Wilson, the offensive coordinator, has called and dialed up for this football team on this 2-point conversion. So Cole Hines, a sophomore quarterback for Coalfield, will work out of the shotgun as they go with a quad set to the far side. There's a snap, rolling, looking, back it goes.
Great play
Lau, there it is, and he drops it. Wide open in the end zone, and Lau, he's not going to do that too often, but he was all alone in the end zone. And Andrew, sometimes you were a receiver, you can be too open.
You know, I can recall one play back 100 years ago when I played where you just happen to sneak away and you're standing in the end zone and you just see the ball and it's there for an hour and a half, it feels like. And the only thing you can think of is do not drop this. Everybody's looking at you. And then all of a sudden you drop it or something. But great play design. They overloaded the right side with trips to the far side, and Seth Lau did a little act like I'm going to block, sneak out to the left side of the end zone. Perfectly designed play. Just slight issue with the execution.
So the Yellow Jackets will tee it up and kick it off. Kickoff again, sponsored by Courtney's Diner in Midtown. And you can visit her Facebook page for all her daily specials. And again, Gavin Hill back deep along with Tyler Bridges. That'll be the 2 deep backs here tonight for Oliver Springs, as it will be Hayden Hicks who will tee it up and kick it off. Coalfield leads in the first quarter 14-0 over Oliver Springs. So Hayden Hicks set to kick it off for Coalfield. There's the whistle, there's the kick, and it's deep, real deep. At the 4, up to the 10, the 15. Cuts it outside to the 19, breaks 1. That's Bridges, breaks 2. He's got a wall. Got one man to beat down the field, and that's Cole Hines, and he won't beat him as he's out of bounds at the 45. They had him at the 20, and he slips out all the way to the Yellow Jacket 45. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the Yellow Jacket 45-yard line. Connor Johnson and Cole Hines were there to make the stop. But he got the wall, Logan, on the far side, and he had a great crease, and he turned the Jets on. Good return.
When the wall formed, Keith, able to cut it back and had a set of wheels on him.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Zach Elliott, the quarterback. Nation will be the standing tailback. Slot left, single wide out to the right. Nation. There's a snap, quick pitch as it gets it out. This time they go to Hill. Hill breaks 1, but not 2. He's down to the 40. And it was Bryson Ridge and Sheldon there to make the stop for Coalfield. They're trying to get outside with the speed this time of Gavin Hill. As the clock goes off, that's the end of the first quarter. We'll be back after telling you the score 10-1. Coalfield 14, Oliver Springs 0.
This is Robert Welfare, Jerry Duncan Forward, Lincoln, and Harriman. Keep that cost, the leads are falling, and so are the prices and interest rates.
Now's the time to reach the harvest, Robin. 0% financing on this gate. 0% financing up to 72 months. Expedition and Explorer. So make your way to Jerry Duncan Forward, Lincoln, here in Harriman. Take advantage. Reach the harvest right here. And Thanksgiving is coming on.
Jerry Duncan Forward, 801 North Grove Street, or visit on the web at jerryduncanforward.com.
Are you ready for a joint replacement but still nervous about what rehab will entail? At Southport Physical Therapy, we welcome you to visit us or call us prior to your surgery to answer the unknown. We're located on Main Street between Darnell's and Walton.
This is Ben Harrison with Blake's Home and Harriman. Just want to let you know we've got 3 doubles for immediate delivery. Some lenders offering no payment for 60 days. Come see me, Ben Harrison, at Blake's Home and Harriman, where Highway 27 meets I-40.
Home mortgage rates are at historical lows. Find out more at One Bank of Tennessee.
And welcome back once again. Second period underway. Hopefully they got the clock straightened out. They put 12 minutes on it. We'll see if it works. It'll be second down and 4 for the Bobcats at the Yellow Jacket 45-yard line. Coalfield, 2 offensive possessions, 2 touchdowns. A 75-yard drive, a 73-yard drive by the Yellow Jackets, all on the ground, guys.
Yeah, was just looking. Coalfield yet to throw a pass. Oliver Springs thrown 2 passes here tonight. 2 passes, 1 completed, 0 yards.
So Oliver Springs with a double slot formation with a single back in the backfield. That appears to be Hill. Man in motion. Hellman fumbled the football. It's on the ground. Coalfield, I think, has come up with a football. Let's see. It bounced around for a moment, and seeing a Bobcat Coalfield ball. Nope. Oliver Springs ball. Whose ball, guys?
Oliver Springs.
Yeah.
Oliver Springs.
That was just right there for Oliver Springs. Jacob Hellman basically running that motion across the line of scrimmage, and that's got to be timed perfectly. If the quarterback says HUD or coughs the ball a little too soon, the result is just what you saw. The ball actually hit Hellman running across the field. Oliver Springs very fortunate to get back on top of that.
So now to be a 3rd and 8 for the Bobcats from the Yellow Jacket 44-yard line. Clock appears to be running now. 11:30 remaining in the second period. Coalfield 14, Oliver Springs 0. So back to the line of scrimmage. Single back in the backfield. Elliott, the quarterback, drops straight back under heavy pressure. Going to let one loose down the field. It is going to be picked off and knocked away by Dawson Nitschke. They tried to get Hill downfield, but you got to give credit to Dawson Nitschke on that one. He played the ball, got eyes on it, and knocked it away right at the last second. So a big 4th down coming up for the Cats.
Great defense right there by Nitschke, locating the ball, swatting it away at the last minute. And Nitschke had some big plays last week against that Greenback team, couple of goal line stands, himself preventing a touchdown, but nice defensive back play there from Nitschke.
Hillman in punt formation. Back deep. Johnson and Mullins. Coalfield. There's a snap. Howman will get it away. Hillman, boy, a terrible kick. Offside of his foot. And it's going to hit. And roll dead at about the 33. Let's see where they mark him. They may mark him at actually about the 34-yard line. Mark him at the 33. So it'll be 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets. At the 27, I said 33. They painted these lines black, and I'm having a terrible time trying to get my bearings with these lines tonight. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Can they put together, Logan, another?
I mean, if you're Coach Jason Wilson, you would love to see 3 for 3 with your offensive unit.
So back to the line of scrimmage, Cole Hines and company. 1st and 10, Coalfield. Out of that T formation, there's a snap. There's the handoff, and with it, Landon Lau across the 30 up to about the 32-yard line. And digging in for Oliver Springs and making the stop was Howman.
Flag on the play, Keith.
Actually, it's Hillman. They call it Howman, Hillman. We're going to call him Hillman the rest of the night. I think that's what he does. But a flag on the play. So penalty is going to be against Coalfield, and holding is the call. So that's second penalty against the Yellow Jackets tonight. So back to the line. It'll be Cole Hines, and he'll repeat 1st down. 1st and 20. Again, out of that T formation. Cole Hines, there's a snap. And making his way up the field, still on his feet across the 20, up to about the 22-yard line. That's Landon Lau. And again, Howman there to make the stop for Oliver Springs. Howman's been busy defensively here in Nation Bowl, but he's been real busy. So they pick up, 3, maybe 4. We'll call it 2nd down and 16. 10-20 remaining here in the second period. Coalfield on top, 14-0. Again, out of that T formation.
2nd and long, Yellow Jackets. Ball on the 22.
Ball at the 22-yard line. There's a snap. And with it is Hines. And Hines still on his feet and gets it up to the 25. Going to be shy of the 1st down by about 14 yards. So it's going to bring a 4th down, the first 4th down, I think. Or is it 3rd?
Should be 3rd.
It'll be 3rd.
First by number 70, Matthew Johnson.
So Matthew Johnson made the stop. I think it's going to be 4th down. No, it's going to be 3rd. Ball to 25-yard line. Big 3rd down play for the Yellow Jackets. And this time, well, they go with a double slot formation with a single back in the backfield. Hines working out of the shotgun, brings a man in motion. That's Mullins to the near side. There's the snap. Looking out into the flat. Complete. Close to the 1st down, but be about 5 yards shy. Rommel Conlon on the reception. Hill was there to make the stop. Going to be shy of what, Logan?
About 7 yards.
About 7. So it'll be 4th and 7 for the Yellow Jackets, and now they line it up. And they'll be in punt formation. This will be their first punt of the night, leading 14-0.
And that's what penalties can do. Get your offense behind the sticks, get you out of what you do well or what you've been doing well. Coalfield forced to pass, ends up punting.
There's a snap. There's a punt. Boy, it's a good one. Down the field. And it's fielded by Bridges at the 40, and he's dropped by Nitsky at about the, 43, 44? They'll mark him at the 43. Be 1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 43-yard line. 9:04 remaining here in the second period. Coalfield leading 14-0 over the Bobcats of Oliver Springs. The winner of this one will get the winner of South Pitt and Gordonsville.
1st and 10 Bobcats, ball on their own 43.
So with a 1st and 10, the Cats line it up with a 2-back set. There's a snap, and with it, Elliott, and Elliott's going to lose a couple yards.
Zach Elliott keeps.
Nothing there. Aiden Hicks was there. Sheldon was there. The rest read it all the way. No gain on the play. I said no gain. They're going to give him a yard. Don't know how they did that, but they will.
Give him almost 2.
Yeah. Isaiah Sheldon on the stop. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 9. As Elliott, the quarterback for Oliver Springs. He'll come with a slot to the far side, single wide out near side. Back in the backfield, split to the left side. Elliott, there's a snap. There's a quick pitch, trying to go outside, and they go to Nation, and not much there for Nation. Rolled out of bounds by Isaiah McKinney, Isaac McKinney, I should say, along with Cole Hines. Not much there, so it'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and a long 7 for the Bobcats. Clock winding down, 7 minutes, 54 seconds on the clock.
3rd and 6 for the Bobcats.
Don't forget, coming up at halftime, the Farm Bureau halftime report. Andrew and Logan get you through that one here tonight as Coalfield, with 7:40 on the clock in the 2nd period, leading Oliver Springs 14-0. So the Cats with Gavin Hill trying to get to play in. Actually, they get to play in this time by Zach Elliott, the quarterback. And then a whistle and a timeout has been called. We're going to take 60, folks. We're going to take 60. We'll be back right after this.
This is Vic from Patterson's Appliance in Rockwood, and this is what we've got. I have a huge collection of refrigerators. I have a top-mount refrigerator, 3-door on the bottom. I have 4-door refrigerators, 3-door refrigerators, and 5-door refrigerators. This collection. We'll have more shipments coming soon. This is Vic. Come and see us. Patterson's Appliance Outlet, located in Gateway Center next to Walmart.
Michael Dunn Center in Kingston has been empowering individuals living with disabilities and challenges to gain independence for the past 48 years. To find out more, including volunteer and career opportunities, visit michaeldunncenter.org.
Best wishes for a happy Thanksgiving from the Morgan County Clerk's Office. May the happiness and good cheer be yours throughout the holiday season. Good health and goodwill. This is the Thanksgiving wish from Cheryl Collins and everyone at the Morgan County Clerk's Office. Need a home loan? Then come see me, Ashley Davis, at One Bank of Tennessee.
And welcome back after the timeout. 3rd and 7 for the Cats out of the shotgun. Elliott, the quarterback. He'll go with a trip set to the far side. Back to pass. Rolling. Looking. Fires out into the flat. It's going to be incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th down as he tried that time to get Hillman.
Well, we checked that, Keith.
And it may be a 1st down because there's a flag, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a roughing the passer where the flag was thrown, which will be an automatic 1st down, which not all personal fouls in high school are, in fact, 1st downs automatically, but this one is roughing the passer. So
Sure
a break, big break for Oliver Springs after the incompletion, which would have brought up 4th down.
So it'll be an automatic 1st down for the Bobcats as they'll spot the ball all the way down to the Yellow Jacket, 37, 38-yard line. So 1st and 10, Oliver Springs from the Coalfield 38 by virtue of a big 15-yard personal foul penalty. Roughing the passer. So back to the line of scrimmage. There's Oliver Springs. Kind of mixing it up a little bit. Elliott, whistle. And that's offsides against the Cats. Bridges lined up offsides and never did catch it, Logan.
Never seen it. And he's got to look down the line
He
and
does.
say, hey, I'm on, sir.
He never looked, and that cost them 5. So costly mistake that time by Bridges of Oliver Springs.
And that's a penalty you don't really hear or see often. Offside on the offense. It's usually always on the defense, but I guess every now and again, there you go.
So it'll be 1st and 15. This time ball spotted at the 8? We'll call it 48. It's kind of between the hashes right now. 7 minutes, 18 seconds remaining. In the 2nd period, 14-0 Coalfield over Oliver Springs. Elliott, the quarterback. There's a snap, and there's the handoff, and another loss.
And another flag.
And another flag. Nation, the carrier. But nothing there as just Landon Lau, Hayden Hicks, they were all there. See what the penalty is. Holding Oliver Springs. So that's going to back them. Coalfield, will they take the play or?
Well,
I would take the play.
After the first down penalty that backed Oliver Springs up 5 and then a loss of 2 on the play, you very well could decline this to bring up a, second and long.
But they're going to bring, let's see, right now it's 1st and 15. Now it's going to be 1st and 25.
And I probably agree with that call just because thus far Oliver Springs' offense hasn't really done much to show they're going to push it downfield or be able to do that. So why not go ahead and keep backing them up, get your defense to play a couple of good plays, get off the field, and get some good offensive field position for Coalfield.
So the Bobcats back to the line of scrimmage. A little confusion by Lamance as finally he lines up on the left side right now.
First and long, Bobcats.
Back split to the right. Elliott. There's a snap, quick pitch out to the outside as they try to go to Nation. Nation got some running room and gets it up across the 50. They'll mark him down to the 45. Going to be 15 yards shy of first down. Good 10-yard run.
Keep these penalties flying, not on this one right here, but anytime you're this late in the playoffs, you've got officials everywhere, from the chain gang to the extra ones on the corners. So if anything happens, it's going to be seen.
Yeah, it will. 6:28. Bryson Ridge made the stop for Coalfield. Second down and about, let's see, 10, 15, about 17. Second down, 17 for Oliver Springs. Trailing in this football game 14-0. So back to the line of scrimmage again as Oliver Springs will come with a slot to both sides, single back in the backfield. And a whistle. What do we get, sir? Timeout. Oliver Springs. It'll take 60 seconds right here, folks. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, this is Christy at Hammers and Wartburg. We have a lot of men's line pants and a lot of ladies' comfy ankle boots. They are very nice boots, and we have some really nice new Christmas candles and pumpkin candles, really nice. Y'all need to come down and check us out before Black Friday. Come see us at Hammers of Wartburg. Remember, folks, if you haven't been to Hammers, you haven't been to Wartburg.
In the midst of all the festivity, goodwill, and fun, the Thanksgiving holiday has just begun. Highland Telephone Co-op gives you this wish instead of a call. May this year's Thanksgiving be the best of all. May the true meaning and the good cheer of Thanksgiving be with you throughout the rest of the year. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family from Highland Telephone Co-op.
This is Ashley Davis. Everyone at One Bank of Tennessee wishes you a happy Thanksgiving.
And welcome back once again after the timeout. Oliver Springs, second down, 17 from the Yellow Jacket 45-yard line. They go with a slot to the near side, single wide out far side, back split to the left in the backfield. Elliott. There's a snap. Elliott. There's a handoff, and may have got the line of scrimmage. They'll give him one, and I believe that was Nation, but it was McKinney who made the stop.
Read that one perfect, Keith.
Another big third down, and 16 for the Bobcats, who, Logan, just really have struggled offensively and defensively here tonight.
Can't get anything rolling on the offensive side of the ball, Keith.
Made one stop on the Yellow Jackets offensive or defensively. So here come the Cats. They overload to the right side. Elliott. There's the snap. Elliott rolls. Elliott in pressure. Fires down the field. It's going to be incomplete. He had Bridges down the field, but he just overthrew him. And Elliott
took a shot.
So it's going to bring up fourth down.
But if you're Oliver Springs, even though that's going to come up empty, there's still been a couple of times. I mean, Bridges had another step or two on the defense for Coalfield. So there's a few things on the last few possessions where Oliver Springs has had some guys open, just not been able to execute. So we'll see if the coaching staff realizes that and says, hey, let's go back to that. Let's just get this execution better.
Hellman in punt formation. Mullins and Johnson back deep for Coalfield. Fourth down. There's a snap. There's a punt. And just pretty much straight up. It'll hit at about the 25. They'll roll dead at about the 12. So it'll be 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets at their own 12-yard line. And if the clock's right, 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Coalfield leading by a score of 14-10. So the Yellow Jackets, what done? Thrown one pass tonight.
Thrown one to Seth Lau in the end zone for a 2-point. No, I'm sorry, through 2.
Yes.
Yeah, the other 8-yard completion to Conlon on this.
Conlon.
Yep.
So the Yellow Jackets again in that T formation. Cole Hines, there's a snap. Hines on the keeper. Hines with running room. Hines, one man to beat, turns it outside. He's at the 30, up to the 35, up to the 37-yard line. And Ty Lamentz finally is the man who brings him down. But vintage Cole Hines right there, guys.
Yeah, just uses speed, and the defense was fooled on that one, the fake dive play, and Hines just kept it for 23 yards. So Hines 23, 10, 24, 13. Certainly when he runs it, Hines does. He's getting some effectiveness as well.
But a few yards on the board, isn't he?
He sure has.
1st and 10, Coalfield. All spotted at their own, 37-yard line. Again, out of that T formation. Hines, a quarterback. There's a snap. And there's a handoff, Seth Lau, and he'll pick up another 4 yards across the 40 up to the 42. Jacob Howman there to make the stop. Howman has probably been the best defender for Oliver Springs tonight. I thought we would see more out of Nation. But Nation defensively, Logan, just
been sealed up in the
middle. He
middle.
sure has. A gain of 5, so it'll be 2nd down and 5. Hines under center. There's a snap. There's the handoff. No, Hines keeps it himself. Hines across the 45. They'll probably mark him at the 46. Lamentz is there to make the stop along with Nation. So they mark it at the 45. It'll be 3rd and about 2 for the first down. So let's see what Coach Jason Wilson draws up on this 3rd down play. 3rd and 2. So back to the line of scrimmage. Hines going to work under center. Oliver Springs in that 4-man front. Hines, there's a snap. There's a quick handoff, and look out. That's McKinney. He's still on his feet. Down to the 15, down to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Down to the 5-yard line is where they'll mark him. Isaac McKinney, the big fullback, and there's the quick hit again, Andrew.
Yeah, just absolutely busted right in the middle of the line of scrimmage. Had a gap, used some speed, used a bit of fizzle. Some physical play there.
I started to say, what's fizzle?
Well,
but I'm going to use that fizzle. He needs fizzle again.
I was about to say, he had plenty of fizzle on that run, so nice job, McKinney. What a 45-yard scamper for the Yellow Jackets.
He's had 2 big runs tonight. Clock running, 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. But it'll be Coalfield, 1st and goal from, they mark him at the 6. Hines, a quarterback. There's a snap, there's a handoff, and that's Seth Lau. Did he get in? Boy, he's close. No signal, and then what's that about? That'll be a personal foul against, I think, Oliver Springs. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they may call offsetting, but he had a – see, when these quarterbacks fake, they continue to play out and use their fake, and in doing so, all the eyes were on the ball carrier, Seth Lau, but after the play where the quarterback carries the fake out, being Cole Hines, got tackled late, so we'll see if they decide it's maybe – 2 guilty parties, which truly doesn't penalize anybody, so sometimes they'll just choose one.
Let's see what they got. Personal foul, Coalfield. Yep. And that's where they'll stick it. Personal foul, Yellow Jackets. And you know what that one was, don't you, Logan? Last man to retaliate.
That's exactly right.
So that'll back them out to, the 15? Dead ball foul, so it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 15-yard line. 3 minutes, 14 seconds, and those kind of penalties can take you out of a ball game quickly.
Yeah. Just outside the 15.
So Cole Hines, a quarterback. Back under center. There's the snap. There's the quick pitch as they go to Lau. Turns it upfield, breaks 1, breaks 2, still on his feet. He's down to the 10 is where they'll mark him. So he'll pick up 5. Stop made by the Bobcats, Austin Bridge. So let's see. King Gage also there. Tyler Mance in also. They mark him at the 11. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from the 11-yard line.
And goal, Yellow Jackets.
And keep without a field goal kicker.
You got to go for it.
They got to go for it.
Because we hadn't seen one all year, have we?
Have not.
So Coalfield comes out in a double slot formation. Hines will work out of the shotgun. There's the snap. Hines looking over. Hines going to roll out. Hines reverses back. He's going to be sacked all the way back to the 18-yard line. And it's Nation who finally gets him. Good coverage that time by the Bobcats.
And Keith, right there is where you'll see lack of experience getting rid of the football. And not knocking Cole. He's just not had to throw the ball.
Throw it somewhere. You can throw it up in the bleachers on that one. In the general direction of a receiver. So a big 4th down play for Coalfield as a whistle sounds, and we get a timeout. We'll take 60 seconds right here, folks. We'll be back right after this.
This is Ben Harrison with Clayton Homes and Harriman. Just want to let you know we've got 3 doubles for immediate delivery. Some lenders offering no payments for 60 days. Come see me, Ben Harrison, at Clayton Homes and Harriman, where Highway 27 meets I-40.
Life Care Center of Morgan County wishes you all of the happiness in the world during this Thanksgiving holiday. May good health and wealth be yours. This is a Thanksgiving greeting from everyone at Life Care Center of Morgan County, Pottersball Road in Warsaw.
This is Lisa Murphy with Farm Bureau Insurance. We are grateful to serve the insurance needs of this community and proud to sponsor the Farm Bureau High School Sports Half-Miles Report on WECO. Our staff and I would like to congratulate you on your
Greenville 7, Elizabeth
rely on you for local news and coverage of high school sports, Tennessee sports, NASCAR races, and of course trade shows taken to end WECO. And congratulations to your staff on your 50th anniversary.
County 29, South Green nothing.
One Bank of Tennessee is proud to be title sponsor of the TSSAA Football Playoffs on WECO.
And welcome back once again. Big 4th down play for the Yellow Jackets as they go with 5 wideouts. There's the snap. Hines back, pumps, fakes, got a man across the middle. Count it.
Wow.
It's a Hammers touchdown for Seth Wow and the Yellow Jackets. 4th down and 21. They had to go to the end zone. They did. And the Yellow Jackets are on the board again. They lead against Oliver Springs by a score of 20-0.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. 4th and goal from the 20. Tackle them at the 2. 3. There's no first down, right? It's just a touchdown, and you can't let somebody get behind you like that if you're the Bobcats from Oliver Springs. But credit Coalfield. Seth Lau found an open spot. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Same, and nobody picked him up.
Just tough break. You can't have that happen if you're Oliver Springs.
So Coalfield lined it up and go for 2. Hines. There's a snap. Hines on the keeper. Hines is going to be short. Will not get in, and the score will stand. With 1:30 remaining here in the second period, it's all Coalfield. They lead Oliver Springs by a score of 20-0. As Seth Lau in the end zone with a 21-yard touchdown reception on 4th down, as he puts it in the end zone for a Hammers touchdown. And if you haven't been to Hammers, you haven't been to Wartburg. And Andrew, Coalfield looks every bit as good as they did last week against Greenback.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And the bad part about that, if you're Oliver Springs, is when Coalfield gets the ball, well, they're methodical. They run it a lot and can take time off the clock. So now already down 20-0. You got now it almost kind of highlights your offensive possessions even more if you're Oliver Springs, because if you don't score, you're almost giving the ball back to Coalfield for them to take almost what would normally be a 2-possession length of time, if you will, just because they run it well and take time off the clock as Coalfield. So big, in my opinion. I know it's early, first half, but big offensive possession coming here for Oliver Springs.
Kickoff tonight sponsored by Courtney's Diner out of Midtown. Visit our Facebook page for all her daily specials.
For the Bobcats,
Gavin Hill. Tyler Bridges back deep. As Hayden Hicks will kick it off for the Yellow Jackets with 1:30 remaining in the first half, leading by a score of 20-0. So there's the kick, and it's a little squibber right down the middle of the field, and it's picked up at about the 12. That should be Hill. trying to turn it outside. Got one man to beat and caught at about the 31. And making a stop. Landon Lau and Hayden Hicks both there to make the stop. So Oliver Springs will have it 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Trailing in this quarterfinal game to Coalfield by a score of 20-0. So Elliott, the quarterback.
Keith Coalfield will get the ball back to start
They
the
certainly
second
will.
half.
And you wonder if they keep up the momentum that they've had in the first half. Elliott, single back in the backfield. Out of the pistol set, there's the snap, and Elliott, there's the handoff as they go to Hill, and may have gotten a yard, that's it.
Gavin Hill, the ball carrier.
Bryson Ridge, right there for the Yellow Jackets. Landon Lau was there. And also for the Yellow Jackets, and he's been busy tonight, was Isaiah Sheldon.
2nd and 8 for the Bobcats.
A gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, the Farm Bureau halftime report. Logan and Andrew will get you through that one. Elliott, the quarterback. Wide out, slot to both sides. Looks, fires out into the flat. Ooh. They got it complete to Googe, and as soon as he touches the ball, Nitsky was there, and if Nitsky had a look at the ball, he had 6 points.
Oh, yeah. He had one thing on his mind, and that was making the
Making
tackle.
a stop.
And if you're a defensive coordinator, yeah, you'd like to see your defensive backs looking for the football, but in the same sense, I want them looking to make the tackle also.
20 seconds remaining, clock running. Cats will run one more play, I think, as they have it 3rd and 12. And look for them to go downfield. Elliott fumbled the ball, but it's caught this time by Hill. Trying to turn the corner. Nope, going to be stopped, and the clock will wind down. The first half comes to a close, but a flag on the play. We better keep it right here. Let's see what the flag is. If it's against Coalfield, Cats will have one more play. If it's against Oliver Springs, the half will be over, Logan.
I'd say you'll have one untimed down.
So let's see what we got. Elliott fumbled the football. It's against Oliver Springs. Holding penalty declined. The half comes to a close. We'll be back after telling you the score at the end of the first half. Coalfield 20, Oliver Springs 0.
The Harriman Utility Board understands everyone is busy. That's why we provide payment options for your community.
Andrew, you're rolling number 15. Rolling hard as you can.
Roger. Or automatic credit card payment and never have to worry about paying your bill on time. You can also make one-time credit card payments online at www.hub-tn.com or through our automated.
Corona might have got it, but.
Did you need something?
No.
Okay.
I think he said Dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't sound. That sounds like old Sammy.
It is Sammy.
Oh, Sammy.
Yeah, Ed, since Brad messed up a couple times, Ed called and sent Brad home and called me in. So.
Oh, good.
Highland Communications in Wartburg and Oneida, your locally owned provider for long distance and internet service.
It's fall, y'all. This is Philip Hall for Hall Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown. Fall is a great time to enjoy hunting and fishing, plus football and soccer games. We have everything you need at Hall Sports and Outdoors, including outdoor gear and traditional sporting goods. Brand names including Under Armour, Columbia, Nike, and New Balance. We also have lots of Tennessee ball apparel. Check our Facebook page for special offers or click hallsportsandoutdoors.com. That's Hall Sports and Outdoors in downtown Jamestown.
This area's leading provider of quality engineered trusses is Lau's Truss Company in Oneida, offering 5-day delivery and crane service. Find out more at Lau's Truss CO at highland.net. Lau's Truss Company, Scott Highway in Oneida.
This is the One Bank High School football game of the week. It's time now for the Farm Bureau halftime show. We'll recap the first half and feature the Farm Bureau halftime interview.
This is Lisa Murphy. Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to sponsor the halftime show. Give us a call at 346-6407 or stop by the office at 123 North Church Street in Wartburg.
Other sponsors include Parsons and Wright CPAs, Hammers of Wartburg,
Veteran Service Officer Mark Kent, Roan Medical Center, WECO Enterprises, Randy Ellis, Chairman of the Roan County Commission, Roan Metals Group, and by Quality Home Health Care.
Tonight's broadcast will be heard on our smartphone app and at WECOradio.com. Serving you for 50 years.
101.3 FM, WECO, Wartburg.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Farm Bureau Halftime Show, along with Keith and Logan Adcock. This is Andrew Knight. We're at the half. It's all Coalfield with a halftime score of 20-0 over Oliver Springs. Logan, we'll go back to the coin flip. Oliver Springs wins the toss, elects to receive. Anytime you do that, obviously you don't want to go 3 and out. Oliver Springs goes 3 and out, punts it to Coalfield, marches right down the field, 75 yards into the end zone, and from then, it's just been all Coalfield for the most part.
You're right, Andrew. Oliver Springs unable to get the ball rolling on their end. Any possession, the biggest drive they had was aided by one big penalty on third down, I'm sorry. So that's one thing Oliver Springs has to work on, and they have to go to work real quick. They've got 17 minutes and a few seconds now to get this fixed and, get it back, the ship uprighted. Because if they don't, it could end up being a very, very long ball game.
You would imagine down with Coalfield, let me back up, Coalfield getting the ball to start the second half, and if you're Oliver Springs down 20-0, whether that stays at 20-0 when you have the football or that lead, gets larger. But if you look at Oliver Springs passing thus far with the quarterback, Elliott, he's attempted 5 passes, completed 2 for a total of -2 yards. So in the first half, passing game for Oliver Springs not been very, well, just quite frankly, good on paper. But there was 2 instances where passes were incomplete, where Oliver Springs had some open guys that just didn't quite connect, whether it be pressure or just an overthrow. But those are ones Oliver Springs are going to have to hit, Logan, if they want to get back in this game down 20-0.
Oh, I said it, before the game started, Andrew. I think one thing Oliver Springs has to do to either A, stay in the ball game or win the ball game was to get their air attack going. Coalfield's secondary, they've been tested a couple times. They've held up and they've let down. So you've got to go at them, because if not, you've got 9-10 guys in the box running after that running back every time, and it just makes it hard, makes it harder to score, makes it more time-consuming to score. And one thing about it, the more time you take, they're going to take just as much. They've proved that, they being Coalfield, all night long.
You're exactly right, and we touched on it midway through that second quarter, that basically when you give the ball to Coalfield, they're just a predominantly heavy running team in that first half. I think 3 passes there in that first half, one of which was four, I should say, one of which was a 2-point conversion. So that's what I was mentioning. If Oliver Springs doesn't score on those any possessions and gives it back to Coalfield, 4 to 5 minutes, the way the first half's gone, is going to be taken off the clock. And when you're down multiple scores, you need time and you need the ball, and that may not be in Oliver Springs' favor.
Oh, most certainly not, Andrew. They say every possession counts, every possession counts. Well, it does. But you can usually afford to give up 1 or 2. But just like you alluded to right there, you hold on to it that long, with Coalfield, as Oliver Springs, you've got to move the football, and you've got to move it very quickly.
You're exactly right. Once again, we're at the half in quarter-final TSSAA High School Football Playoff action between Coalfield and Oliver Springs. Coalfield defeated the Bobcats in the regular season about a month ago by a score of 14-7, but right now in the second matchup of the season, it's Coalfield 20, Oliver Springs nothing at the half. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with stats and more as you listen to the Farm Bureau Halftime Show right here on WECO.
This is Robin Walford, Jerry Duncan Ford, Lincoln, and Harriman. Keep that cost. The leads are falling, and so are the prices and interest rates.
Now it's time to reach the harvest, Robin. 0% financing on this gate. 0% financing up to 72 months. Expedition and Explorer. So make your way to Jerry Duncan Ford, Lincoln here in Harriman. Take advantage. Reach the harvest right here as Thanksgiving is coming on.
That's Jerry Duncan Ford, 801 North Rome Street, or visit on the web at jerryduncanford.com.
November is the time for the leaves to fall, the weather to turn colder, and it's also a time to be thankful. Roan Metals Group thanks all our many friends and customers for your business. Roan Metals buys scrap metal at competitive prices and has 2 convenient locations, including Rockwood and Crossville. Roan Metals Group is open 8 till 4:30 weekdays
and Saturday the 14th from 8 to noon. Good evening, everyone, and welcome in to another Farm Bureau Minute here on WECO. This is Andrew Knight filling in for Lindsay. With a look at some weekend events coming up here on WECO, Tennessee Vol football team returns to the gridiron on Saturday after a week off due to COVID-19 issues on the campus at Texas A&M. The Vol's opponent tomorrow night, the Auburn Tigers. Pregame coverage starts right here on FM 101.3 beginning at 5:30 with a 7 p.m. kickoff. But here tonight in high school football, Coalfield and Oliver Springs currently at the half. Whoever wins this game will advance to take on either Gordonsville or South Pitt, and that game will be played at either South Pitt or Gordonsville, regardless of tonight's outcome. And whoever does advance, whether it be Coalfield or Oliver Springs, we will have the broadcast next Friday night here on FM 101.3 from either Gordonsville or South Pittsburgh. That's going to wrap up another Farm Bureau Minute. This is Andrew Knight. Enjoy the second half of Coalfield and Oliver Springs. Michael Dunn Center in Kingston has been empowering individuals living with disabilities and challenges to gain independence for the past 48
I've said all
years.
season I'm going to change
Find
that
out more, including volunteer and career opportunities. Visit michaeldunncenter.org.
Best wishes for a happy Thanksgiving from the Morgan County Clerk's Office. May the happiness and good cheer be yours throughout the holiday season. Good health and goodwill. This is a Thanksgiving wish from Cheryl Collins and everyone at the Morgan County Clerk's Office.
Twin K Enterprises in Oneida and Harriman serves all your ready-mix concrete needs, septic tank, sand, and gravel deliveries. Experienced drivers are needed. Great pay and benefits. Applications can be picked up at any office of Twin K Enterprises.
This is Jana Gooch. Wartburg Pharmacy is now closed. All prescriptions have been transferred to Walgreen Pharmacy in Wartburg. My sister Jay and I want to thank the community for 24 years of your wonderful support. We both will begin working at Walgreen Pharmacy soon, and we invite you to come see us. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
This is the One Bank High School Football Game of the Week.
I'm Lisa Murphy. Farm Bureau Insurance in Wartburg is proud to sponsor the halftime show.
This is Wes Truth. Farm Bureau can help with all your insurance needs. Stop by 123 North Church Street in Wartburg or call 346-6407.
Welcome back, everyone, into the Farm Bureau halftime report, where, with 11:30 to go in the half, it's all Coalfield. And welcome back, everyone, to the Farm Bureau halftime show, along with Keith Adcock and Logan Adcock. I'm Andrew Knight. We're at the half. It's Coalfield 20 and Oliver Springs 0. And Logan, if you're Oliver Springs, Coach Larry Green into the locker room right now, you're telling your guys, we're down 20-0. Coalfield gets the ball to start the second half. So my question to you, Logan, is if you're Coach Green, what are you telling your guys to come back in this second half?
I mean, Coach Green's the offensive coordinator. It's got to start on the offensive side of the football. You can stop Coalfield all you want to, but if you don't, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
And your defense they're going to have to hold up, but if they don't, your offense is going to have to get in a shootout. That shootout hadn't happened yet. And if I'm Coach Green, I just say, hey, look, guys, everything we've done so far, wad it up, throw it out the window. It didn't work. We're going to start over.
Yeah, and that's all you can do. And you think, really Coalfield's done what they wanted to for the most part, with the exception, I guess they had the fourth down play that – actually, let's talk about that fourth down play, actually. Logan, you had Coalfield get down to about the 3 or 4 yard line after a 50-yard run from McKinney, and you get a personal foul penalty, so it backs you up 15 yards, a few plays a run. So it's 4th and goal from the 20-yard line, and then Hines finds Seth Lau for a 20-yard touchdown. And that's almost don't you think that has to affect Oliver Springs' mindset? How you've got them 4th and goal, and then you look up, and it's a touchdown.
Oh, it has to, Andrew. 16, 17-year-old kids. It's untelling what's going through their head right now. I would venture to say back in the day, my head would have been, we've stopped them, and the next thing you know, you've sucked the air right out of their sails. But it also goes back to Cole Hines. We've said he's not had to throw the ball a whole lot. He's proved tonight on that play especially, I can throw the football when called upon. The only downfall you have with Cole Hines that he showed us tonight is not truly knowing where to get rid of the football at.
Yeah. And speaking of Cole Hines from Coalfield, quarterback, and again, they rush it a lot. as I'm counting them up here. 7 rushes on the evening, already 60 yards for Cole Hines of quick math, and I can maybe adjust that with some, calculators and things coming up. But nonetheless, certainly you look 13, 24, 10, 23. So whenever Hines gets out in space, although a sophomore, he knows what to do in this offense and runs the offense effectively.
And Andrew, I'm going to go back just like Seth Lau. He does not care, he being Cole Hines. If he runs out of real estate, he's going to drop his head. And when he drops his head, he's not scared to hit you. And as you've lost the headset here.
I'm back. But, yeah, you're exactly right. So we'll see what Oliver Springs can do to try to get back in this one down 20-0. Stay. As we know, with any level of football, until there's all zeros on the clock and the fourth quarter's over, it ain't over.
No, and anybody that wants to think back to it, I'm going to say probably 2015 or 16, Coalfield had Greenback down either 14 or 20-0 at the half.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, open the door. Now, it was a Breeden Gilbert show, but Breeden Gilbert come out here and ran all over top of Coalfield that year and brought Greenback back.
In the Wildcat formation, I believe is what that was.
It. It's kind of like Coalfield lining up in that heavy set. As Keith alludes to, student body left, student body right, stop me if you can. I think that was the same thing that Greenback done that year. And I think that's what Coach Green and the Bobcats are going to have to do. They're either going to have to establish a really quick running game, but they also have to get down the field, Andrew, and they have to go to the air.
You're exactly right. And can the Bobcats connect on some of those downfield passing where some receivers have been open that the Cats were unable to do in that first half? We'll find out. About 7 or 8 minutes remaining in the halftime right now, so let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll check some area scores from this quarterfinal action around this region. You're listening to High School Football on WECO.
Hello, folks. Bruce Bass, Coach Ford of Walmart, Tennessee. And we have a great selection of new and pre-owned cars in stock and ready to go. We've got new Ford 0% interest, 90 days to first payment, up to $10,000 rebate from some models. Trade assist. If you're a little upside down, this is the time. To end this year's events up, we have teamed up with the old fat man, Jess Santa Claus, to come up with some Santa Bus from $100 to $500 per car, any vehicle you buy. Visit us online, ShowtimeFord.com, or call us at 1-877-NEW-FORD. Remember, folks, it's go time and showtime.
This is Ben Harrison with Clayton Homes and Harriman. Just want to let you know we've got 3 doubles for immediate delivery. Some lenders offering no payments in 60 days. Come see me, Ben Harrison, at Clayton Homes and Harriman, where Highway 27 meets I-40.
Hey, sports fans, this is Adam Lloyd with E2 Sports, formerly Reno's in downtown Hammond. Whether you're looking to score the game-winning touchdown or kick the winning goal in overtime, E2 Sports is ready to help you meet all of your game-winning needs. We specialize in sporting goods equipment and apparel, as well as custom T-shirts and embroidery services for your company or organization, and we're committed to customer service to empower your team to excellence. Our staff is equipped and ready to serve you, and we look forward to the opportunity to exceed your expectations.
State Senator Ken Yeager is proud to be a broadcast partner with WECO Radio to present high school football featuring teams from Morgan, Scott, and Roane counties. Best wishes to all teams, and may you have a successful season. Sponsored by your state senator, Ken Yeager.
This is the One Bank High School Football Game of the Week.
I'm Lisa Murphy. Farm Bureau Insurance in Wartburg is proud to sponsor the halftime show.
This is Alex Miller. Farm Bureau Insurance offers competitive rates on home, life, and car insurance.
And we're back in the Farm Bureau halftime show, where Coalfield holds a 20-0 advantage over Oliver Springs. We'll check a few stats from that first half. First for Oliver Springs, just hitting some high notes there on offense. First, we'll start with the Bobcats. Gavin Hill on the first 2 quarters, 5 carries, 18 yards. Brandon Nation, 7 carries, 40 yards. Quarterback Zach Elliott, passing in that first half, 2 of 5 for -2 yards. 1 rushing attempt for 1 yard. For Coalfield, Seth Lau, 9 carries, 53 yards, 1 touchdown. Another touchdown came on a 21-yard reception on a 4th and goal from the 20-yard line. Landon Lau, actually, upon further review, Logan, has 73 yards on the ground in that first half. 2 of 3 in the air, 28 yards, and 1 touchdown. Also, Cole Hines, a 24-yard touchdown run as well. But I tell you, the guy that may not get as much, name recognition, or we don't call a whole lot, but is effective and was really effective in that first half, Logan, was Isaac McKinney. Had 4 runs 10, 25, 5, and 45. So that young man's certainly getting some good run and efficiency when he gets the ball.
And, Andrew, that's from a fullback position. That's not something you see very often as a fullback coming right up the middle, and that's all his are, but it's something else you don't see is misdirection from a fullback. And Coach Jason Wilson, the offensive coordinator, has threw that misdirection in with the fullback, threw the misdirection in with Cole Hines, and it's untelling where the ball's going. They have no idea, they being Oliver Springs. And that, I think that right there is the big key. And when you talk about Isaac McKinney, he is our own 3rd and long, getting the job done.
Exactly right. And McKinney, 85 yards on the ground with those only 4 carries. So he gets some more carries. And that's the thing about the backfield. Landon Lau, Seth Lau, McKinney, quarterback Hines can keep it. So Oliver Springs doesn't just have to focus on one guy. You've got 3 or 4 out there that can really hurt you. So, with that, we'll take another break. We'll come back after telling you the score at half. It's Coalfield 20, Oliver Springs nothing.
Get huge savings at Duncan Family Automotive Group in Harriman. Lease a new 21 Cadillac XT4 for $299 a month, 36 months, with $34.69 due at signing. Most 2020 GMC Acadia and terrain models at 0 for 84 months finance. And get $6,000 cash allowance on 2020 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab pickup. Click DuncanFamilyAuto.com to see all our special offers. Come see us real soon at Duncan Family Automotive Group in Harriman.
Many of us take the simple things in life for granted, but you or a loved one may find yourself unable to perform some of the most basic activities of daily living, such as dressing, bathing, or cooking. If so, then Quality Private Duty Care can help. Our staff of nurses, technicians, and caring homemakers are available to be your helping hand. You may qualify for our services through your insurance provider or be able to afford our assistance. Call us today at 1-866-994-2027.
State Senator Ken Yeager is proud to be a broadcast partner with
When do you want to run the billboard?
They'll put 3 more minutes on the clock.
So I would say we'll come back, talk a little, send it back, then you can.
All right.
Men's line pants and a lot of ladies' comfy ankle boots. They are very nice boots, and we have some really nice new Christmas candles and pumpkin candles, really nice. Y'all need to come down and check us out before Black Friday. Come see us at Hammers of Wartburg. Remember, folks, if you haven't been to Hammers, you haven't been to Wartburg.
This is the What Bank High School Football Game of the Week.
I'm Lisa Murphy. Farm Bureau Insurance in Wartburg is proud to sponsor the halftime show.
This is Morgan Darty. See me for all your health insurance needs.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Farm Bureau halftime show winding down as we're getting set for second half action. Right now, the score 20-0. Coalfield leading over Oliver Springs. They'll probably put 3 minutes back on the clock, as would be my guess. But as Keith back here, we were talking during halftime that Coalfield gets the ball to start this second half. If you're Coach Larry Green, you're telling your guys, what are you telling them?
Guys, you're getting gashed. You're just getting gashed. You know, you've got to dig in. You got to play defense. You've got to get off that block, and you've got to make the tackle. But right now, we are getting gashed as the Bobcats, and that's what they are doing. They have yet to stop Coalfield.
Yeah.
Coalfield stopped themselves. But as far as Oliver Springs stopping Coalfield, they've not done it.
And on the flip side of that, the offense from Oliver Springs really has got to show up here, because down, 20-0, whether it's a throw game, whatever it is, something's got to get going whenever they get the ball.
They need a couple of big plays is what they do. Now, if they kick off and Coalfield gets a football to start the third and Coalfield drives it in, this one's over, Andrew.
It very well could be, and we'll see how it all unfolds in just a moment. But right now, I say, let's get our final break here of the Farm Bureau halftime show. We'll come back with second half action between Coalfield and Oliver Springs in just a moment.
This is Robert Wampert, Jerry Duncan Ford, Lincoln, and Harriman. Keep that cost. The leads are falling, and so are the prices and interest rates.
Now's the time to reach the harvest, Robin. 0% financing on this gate. 0% financing up to 72 months. Expedition and Explorer. So make your way to Jerry Duncan Ford, Lincoln here in Harriman. Take advantage. Reach the harvest right here as Thanksgiving is coming on.
That's Jerry Duncan Ford, 801 North Road Street, or visit on the web at jerryduncanford.com.
Trauma Insurance in Harriman can save you money on a rate lock auto insurance policy or guaranteed home replacement with a homeowner's policy. Trauma Insurance also has an A+ rating with the East Tennessee Better Business Bureau. For a no-obligation quote, call 882-1900.
Hello from Tennessee's Finest Awards and Frameworks in downtown Harriman. This is Emily inviting you to shop with us for trophies, plaques, acrylic awards, custom industrial signage and tags, and custom matting and picture frames. Tennessee's Finest Awards also offers a variety of engravable personalized gifts. When it comes to custom framing and awards of all types, come to Tennessee's Finest Awards and Frameworks, 424 North Friend Street in Harriman, or visit us online at tnsfinestawardsandframeworks.com.
Michael Dunn Center in Kingston has been empowering individuals living with disabilities and challenges to gain independence for the past 48 years. To find out more, including volunteer and career opportunities, visit michaelduncenter.org.
One day, high school football is on the air. From the regular season to the postseason playoffs, follow your favorite team on WECO.
This is Ashley Davis. One Bank is proud to be title sponsor of high school football on WECO. One Bank, the local choice.
Other sponsors include West Ready Mix, Highland Telephone, Plateau Electric Cooperative, Lakeside Dental, Four Brothers Roofing, Thomas Pest Solutions, Leach Pharmacy, the Michael Dunn Center, Lowe's Trust Company, State Representative John Mark Windle, Best Home Care, Tri-County Equipment, Tri-County Rentals, and Tri-County Federated Auto Parts.
Tonight's broadcast can be heard on our smartphone app and at WECOradio.com. Serving you for 50 years.
101.3 FM, WECO, Wartburg.
And welcome back once again to Rochelle Field. Halftime is over, and both teams are making their way back out onto the field. They'll reset the clock. Coalfield will get the ball to begin the third period, Logan, and for Oliver Springs, you've got to make a stop.
It's a do or die right now, Keith. You let Coalfield put another one on the board. The way they drive down and take time off the clock, me and Andrew talked about it. They're not leaving you being Oliver Springs, enough time to truly make an established drive.
Look for an onside kick or a short kick right here from Oliver Springs. Kickoffs tonight sponsored by Courtney's Diner out of Midtown. Visit her Facebook page for all her daily specials. As Tyler Metz, he just lays the ball by the tee. And let's see where this one lands. Coalfield expecting a shorter kick as Lametz approaches the football. And downfield, and it'll be taken by Johnson at the 25, the 30, up to the 35, still on his feet. Here comes a flag. Got it up to the 37-yard line, but a flag comes in late. Connor Johnson on the return.
That first by number 11, Levi Russell.
Levi Russell made the stop for Oliver Springs, but let's see what the penalty is. And holding against Coalfield on the return. So that'll back them up 10. It'll be 1st and 10. And they should mark it at about the 27-yard line.
Coalfield penalized 10 yards holding.
Fifth penalty, 55 yards so far for Coalfield.
And actually mark it at the 26. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Yellow Jacket 26. And again, they line up in that T formation, and they hadn't been out of it all night long. Hines, a quarterback. There's a snap, and there's a handoff. Seth Blau, still on his feet, picks up 4, up to the 30-yard line. So Seth Blau, the ball carrier, makes his way around, picks up about 4.
Met first by number 70, Matthew Johnson.
Matthew Johnson.
Also tackle, number 8, Brandon Nation.
Brandon Nation was there to make the stop for the Bobcats, but not before Seth Blau picks up 4. So to bring up 2nd down and 6. Hines, there's a snap, and there's a handoff, and here comes flags again. This time they go to Landon Lau. May have gotten to the line of scrimmage, but we had flags on the far side of the field. Could be holding against Coalfield, and that's, if it is, that's not what you want to see. To start second half is 2 penalties right off the.
Most certainly is holding against Coalfield.
It is. So Coalfield picks up their second holding penalty here in the second half. And we've only played less than a minute. So that'll back them up 10 from the spot of the foul. And that'll move the ball all the way back to the 20-yard line.
Coalfield penalized last 10 yards.
So Coalfield needs to make the 31 for the first down. So it'll bring up second down. And about 16 for the first down. There's a snap. And with the football, this time they go the fullback. That's McKinney. Rides it out to the 25-yard line. So McKinney, Oliver
almost
Springs.
back to the original line of scrimmage.
Nation was there to make the stop for the Cats.
3rd and 11.
So to bring up 3rd and 11, then we get a whistle. What we got, sir?
T was still on the field.
Oh, okay. Somebody forgot to do their job, didn't they? So they throw that out, and now we'll start. 10:40 remaining here in the 3rd. Coalfield, 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11, Yellow Jackets follow their own 25.
As Cole Hines, the quarterback, again out of that T formation. Brings the Yellow Jackets to the line of scrimmage. Hines, there's a snap. Hines, option play on the keeper. Picks up about 2, and that's it. Hillman was there to make the stop, along with Nation. And also on the stop was Matthew Johnson. So Howman continues to play great defensive football. So it brings up 4th down, so Oliver Springs doing a good job on the first drive for the Yellow Jackets. Landon Lau in punt formation.
Landon Lau, deep. Tyler Bridges.
Bridges back deep. Lau will punt it away, end over end. Hits, rolls, everybody gets away from it, and it'll roll dead at about the 38-yard line.
Keith, that was the stop Oliver Springs needed.
Yes, it was. Now, Andrew, the Cats need something offensively. They need a big play.
You're absolutely right, and I'm sure in that locker room, the first thing they said was, hey, defense, let's get a 3 and out, get the offense back to the football. Well, half of that, so far so good, to see what the offense can do with their own 37-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats. Elliott, the quarterback. Goes with a 2-back set. Elliott. There's a snap. There's Elliott. Keeps it. Looks downfield. Fires across the middle. Picked off. Coming up with the interception that time. Guess who? Cole Hines. For the Yellow Jackets. At the 41-yard line of Oliver Springs, they pick it off. 1st and 10, Coalfield. And, Logan, that's not what you want if you're Oliver Springs.
No, Keith. And right there, you've got big Tyler Mance. I know Cole Hines can jump, but I've got to take my chances and throw it high to Ty just to see what he's going to do.
So 1st and 10, Coalfield. Hines, a quarterback. Back to the line of scrimmage. Again, out of that T formation. Everybody in tight. There's a snap. Fakes the quick pitch. Turns it upfield. Picks up about, 4 yards? And making a stop. Hillman again is there to make the stop.
Stop by Nation.
Nation on the
And Jacob Blackwell.
stop also, but not before Hines picks up a couple yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
And just
Oliver.
Just real quick on that interception from Elliott, it was 1st down. If it's, I understand trying to force it to a degree, but on 1st down, if it's not there, throw it away, live to fight another day.
2nd down at 8, Coalfield. Hines under center. There's a snap. And there's McKinney still on his feet, driving. He's down to the 30. Googe is there to make the stop for Oliver Springs. There's that quick hit. Just right up the A-gap, Logan. They just blow it open, and Coalfield doing a great job just hiding the football.
And I'm sure we'd have to get with our stat guru, Andrew, here. Probably the lowest amount of yardage McKinney's had on any carry.
Well, he did have a 5-yarder, but with that 10-yarder, McKinney now at a even 100 yards on the evening.
Back to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. Hines. There's a snap. There's a quick handoff. They go quickly this time. Back it goes to Landon Lau down to the 28. He'll pick up 2. And making the stop for Oliver Springs was Mr. Brendan Nation again. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Yellow Jackets. As they are just trying to move this ball right on down the field and try to put another score on the board. Leading this one by a score of 20 to 0. So Hines back under center as he awaits the snap. There's a snap. There's a handoff. They go to Seth Lau, and he just line of scrimmage and ran into a wall and fell down. May have gotten a yard. That's it.
Yeah, Lau ran into big Hank Trail there, his own offensive lineman, trying to get some room, but one of the few carries that Seth has had tonight that's not gone for more than about 1 yard.
So a big third down for Coalfield now, 3rd down and 7.
And 7 for the Yellow Jackets, ball on the 27.
Yellow Jackets pretty well been on the ground all night. I think they've thrown, what, Andrew, 3 passes tonight, maybe 4 max.
Yep, that's exactly correct, and been pretty efficient, though. A couple of completions, touchdown in there as well.
So 3rd down and 7. Hines back under center. He awaits the snap. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls out into the flat. It's complete to Hayden Hicks, but not for much. They mark forward progress up for about a yard gain, so it'll bring up 4th down. Bridges was there to make the stop for the Cats. As Oliver Springs got an injured player on the field. And they'll get a timeout while they work on him. Let's get a 60-second timeout right here. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, sports fans, this is Adam Lloyd with E2 Sports, formerly Reno's in downtown Harriman. Whether you're looking to score the game-winning touchdown or kick the winning goal in overtime, E2 Sports is ready to help you meet all of your game-winning needs. We specialize in sporting goods equipment and apparel, as well as custom T-shirts and embroidery services for your company or organization, and we're committed to customer service to empower your team to excellence. Our staff is equipped and ready to serve you, and we look forward to the opportunity to exceed your expectations.
This is Drew Kennedy. Everyone at Schubert Funeral Home extends Thanksgiving best wishes to you and your family. Schubert Funeral Home is thankful for the support this community has given us over the years. Happy Thanksgiving from Schubert Funeral Home in Wartburg and Sunbright.
Get a home loan at One Bank of Tennessee and get competitive rates and friendly customer service.
And welcome back after the injury timeout. Coalfield has it 4th and 7. Ball to 27-yard line of Oliver Springs. Out of the shotgun, Cole Hines. There's the snap. Hines back to pass. Penalty. Well,
penalty marker on the flag.
What do we get here, sir? False start against the offense. So 4th and 7 quickly becomes 4th and, what, 12?
Coalfield penalized 5 yards, dead ball foul, false starts.
Get a false start against the offense.
A score of interest, 1:30 to go in the first quarter. South Pittsburgh 7, Gordonsville 7.
So South Pitt and Gordonsville tied at 7 in the first quarter. Big matchup there. If Gordonsville wins, they'll be at home. If South Pitt wins, they'll be at home. So back to the line. 4th down, 12 for the first down. And another flag. Somebody started early. Missed the count on the far side. Another 5-yard penalty, and all of a sudden, Coalfield's plagued with Logan penalty after penalty. Fans not happy, but that one was very evident because the receiver
3 yards down the field before it was ever snapped.
So it's 4th and about 17 now for the first down. As up above, we get a live view from the helicopter.
Helicopter just circling around, checking things out,
So let's see what the Yellow Jackets dial up. 4th and 17. There's a snap. Hines. Plenty of time. Rolls to the right. Looks.
Got a man.
Fires down the field. Got a man there. It is incomplete. Good defense at the last minute by the Cats. And that was Gavin Hill who came in.
Might have
a flag.
Wow.
Roughing the passer against Oliver Springs. Oh, my goodness.
That's just things you can't have. 4th down's not been good to Oliver Springs. On defense, allowed a 4th and 20, or a 4th and goal from the 20 to be completed for a touchdown, and on a 4th and, 17, you have an incompletion, and then what appears to be a roughing the passer, or what is a roughing the passer, and a first down. Tough break.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Automatic first down. At the 22.
Yeah. You got to know when you're the guy putting the pressure on to put the brakes on.
Ball spotted at the 22. 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets. 6 minutes remaining here in the third. Coalfield leading by a score of 20-0. Coalfield with another one of those long drives that just keeps going. First possession, they had to punt. So back to the line of scrimmage again. Cole Hines, 1st and 10 from the 22 of Oliver Springs. There's the helicopter still overhead, circling the field. We'll wave at him in a minute, Andrew. See what he says. Hines, there's a snap. And McKinney down to the 15-yard line. There's that quick hit again. Zanoni there to make the stop for the Cats. Or, excuse me, Bridges was there to make the stop. Big, 7-yard gain for McKinney. Well over 100 tonight. Again, 2nd down and 3. There's a snap. And I have no idea. McKinney again, I think, wasn't it?
Yep.
And the official going over and having a little chat with one of the Oliver Springs says, look, when the play's over, you need to stop.
And just from a defensive, taking that side of for just a moment, I mean, when you have a quarterback that carries it out and has a fake, you probably know he really doesn't have the ball, but if he's carrying out the fake and acting like he has the ball, that's at least an excuse to say, well, he has the ball or trying to make me think he does, so that's why I'm tackling him, and the referee says, I got you, but he's up next time, young man.
It'll be 1st and 10. Could be 1st and goal. Not sure where the ball's spotted. I believe it's right on the 10-yard line. There's a handoff, and again, they go with McKinney right up the gut again. Moves it down to the 7-yard line. Stacked up inside.
Ball was on about the 13. So they can, or about the 12, I guess. To make a 1st down at about the 1.5, 2.
It's hard to see that other line over there, isn't it? And looking at this official, ball spotted at about the 8.
Oh, buddy, Brad Jones is going to help us out right here a little bit.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast tonight, and thanks to Brad Jones and company for tuning in to our audio tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. Back to the line. Cole Hines. There's a snap. Hines hands the ball off, and that is Landon Lau. Crosses, gets it down to the 5. So that's going to bring up 3rd. And about 3 for the 1st down?
Yep.
3 minutes. 35 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Coalfield leading Oliver Springs by a score of 20-0. Hines on the 3rd down and about 4. There's a snap. There's a handoff. Walking his way all the way down into the end zone. Yes. Seth Lau for a Hammers touchdown in the Yellow Jackets. So Coalfield extends the lead out 26-0 over the Bobcats of Oliver Springs. And Seth Lau, 5 yards out. That's his 2nd touchdown of the night.
2nd rushing and also 1 receiving, so 3 in total for the senior, Seth Lau.
You think maybe Oliver Springs is keying too much on Lau, and McKinney has really done the load tonight. He and Hines.
They both went to work, Keith.
So Coalfield line it up and go for 2. They go with a quad set. There's a snap. Hines looks, fires. It's a good 2-point conversion. Count it. As he gets it into Dawson Nitsky. So the Yellow Jackets with 3:20 remaining in the 3rd. They're up on Oliver Springs by a score of 28-0. And the winner of this one, folks, will get the winner of South Pitt and Gordonsville. And whoever wins that one.
7.
If it's Gordonsville, Coalfield will go to Gordonsville. If it's South Pitt, Coalfield, as of right now, will go to South Pitt for a semifinal matchup, Andrew.
And that game playing tonight in a central time zone, so a little behind us, so we may not know, or very well won't know, the winner of that one while we're on the air. But you never know. We'll have a good post game. Might get a few calls by the time we're out of here. And we might have a final. Who knows?
Kickoff tonight, sponsored by Courtney's Diner out of Midtown. Visit her Facebook page for all her daily specials. As Hayden Hicks will kick it off for the Yellow Jackets. Bridges back deep. Along with Gavin Hill. So Coalfield set to kick it off. Whistle sounds, and here comes the kick. And it's a whistle blown, and that's going to be offsides Coalfield. Another 5-yard penalty, Andrew. Gives them about 60 for the second half.
Unless it's like 4 or 5 yards. If you're just a half a step over that, I mean, just come on, let that one go. We'll be all right.
Oh, well, they'll mark it off, and Coalfield will kick it off from the 35-yard line. So Coalfield is,
to the last 5 yards offsides.
well, 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and Oliver Springs had one play in the third quarter. Kind of tells you the story of the ball game tonight.
Yeah, and again, the Oliver Springs defense did their job to start Coalfield, forcing them a 3 and out, but when the offense ran their very first play, it was an interception. Coalfield goes right down and scores. Tough third quarter so far.
Here comes the kick. And again, a Squilber. Fumbled. It's on the ground, and wisely falling on it is the Bobcats of Oliver Springs. Dakota Adkins says, I'm just going to lay on this one. And they'll spot the ball at the, 36-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats at their own 36.
Now that we're 3:15 in the third quarter, now all of a sudden every offensive possession for Oliver Springs is almost at a critical level, to be quite honest. Just so what can they do? Not much thus far, but certainly going to have to do something if they want any chance. That's Oliver Springs to get back in this one, trailing by 28.
And Oliver Springs, 1st and 10. They go with a 2-back set, back split to the right side. Elliott, there's a snap. There's a quick handoff. Gavin Hill, and he gets it up to the 40. And for Coalfield, making the stop, it's Isaac McKinney. So a gain of 4 to be 2nd down and 6. So the Cats trailing 28-0. Big crowd on end. Sold out crowd. Only 800 tickets sold, but it's a sold out crowd here tonight, Andrew.
And some got turned away, as we were noticing from our perch up here. So, hey, they may be tuned into us right now.
And you've got a bunch of people outside the gate watching also tonight.
Probably them.
There's a quick handoff, and with the football again, they go to Hill, picks up about 3.
Gavin Hill, the ball carrier.
So Gavin Hill picks up 3. Stop made by Kegley. So it'll bring up 3rd down and about 2 for the 1st down.
3rd and 2 for the Bobcats. Ball on their own 44.
All spotted at the Bobcat 44-yard line. They need to make about the 46 for the 1st down. 2 minutes remaining here in the third, but it's been all Coalfield, folks. So back to the line again. Back offset to the right side. Out of that I formation, there's a snap. Quick pitch going to the outside. That's Nation. He's got a little running room. Here comes a flag. That'll be holding against Oliver Springs.
Ball carrier, penalty marker on the play.
Kegley was there to make the stop. Penalty marker on the play, and there's a call. Holding.
And you just feel like at some point in time, unless Oliver Springs may just be trying to get it to the fourth quarter, but down 28, these runs for 3 and 4 yards, say that looks good to maybe get a few 1st downs, but if you're down 28, at some point you've got to stretch the field to try to get this thing in the end zone.
And Logan, 1:35 remaining in the third. Now's the time you better control your emotions.
Very well, because you got to go 2 ways right now, Keith. If you're Coalfield, you're up 28-0. More than likely, if it stays the way it's going, you will be advancing. You cannot get caught up in something petty. And it's easy to do as a 16, 17-year-old kid to let your emotions run wild.
You want to retaliate, don't you? 3rd and 14. Elliott. Option play, reverse, back the other way. And trying to turn the corner, and nothing doing. Ball free. Coalfield picks it up, and it's Hayden Hicks all the way into the end zone. Count it. Connor Johnson. I said Hicks, it's Connor Johnson into the end zone, and the Yellow Jackets are up by a score of 34-0 over Oliver Springs with 1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Number 18, Connor Johnson, returns the Oliver Springs.
And folks, if you thought the first one was a good one, it was. But this has been all Coalfield, Logan Adcock.
Keith, from the time Oliver Springs went 3 and out on the first possession of the very first quarter, Coalfield methodically going down the field 2 for 2 on the first 2 drives, missed one, then got the second or the third one. So, I mean, it's up and down the football field for Coach Keith Henry and the Yellow Jackets.
They'll line it up and go for 2. Hines out of the shotgun, rolling. Fires into the end zone. Count it. It's complete. Into the end zone. Levi Mullins, 2-point conversion. Coalfield, 36. Oliver Springs, 0. Let's get a 60-second timeout.
This is Jana Goose. Wartburg Pharmacy is now closed. All prescriptions have been transferred to Walgreens Pharmacy in Wartburg. My sister Jay and I want to thank the community for 24 years of your wonderful support. We both will begin working at Walgreens Pharmacy soon, and we invite you to come see us. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
This is Elizabeth Taylor for Tri-County Federated Auto Parts.
Well,
we sell name-brand parts at competitive prices, and we offer free delivery. Come see us real soon at Tri-County Federated Auto Parts in Huntsville. Be sure to visit our sister stores in Crossville and Monterey.
Wartburg Body Shop can take care of your vehicle when an accident happens. Wartburg Body Shop has spray and bed liners, auto detailing, blacked out window tinting, and 24-hour record service. Give Vernon a call at Wartburg Body Shop, 346-3014.
Home mortgage rates are at historical lows. Find out more at One Bank Tennessee.
And welcome back. And after the score, Coalfield leads 36-0. Kickoff tonight sponsored by Courtney's Diner in Midtown. Visit her Facebook page for all her daily specials as Hayden Hicks will kick it off for the Yellow Jackets. And here comes the kick. Another little squilber straight down the field and about the 30-yard line and making his way up to the 40-yard line for the Bobcats that time was the ball carrier, Mr. Howman. So the Cats trailing 36-0. Third quarter winding down. And they need something big to happen. Logan, that's a big hill to climb right now.
Very big, Keith, that you've only got 1 quarter left to do it.
So, 20 seconds on the clock. Now, I don't know that Oz will even run a play here at the end of the third quarter.
Because now with the running clock at basically the mercy
that's
rule
true.
at 35 plus,
I forgot about that.
The clock just runs. So now the opportunity is literally winding down on Oliver Springs.
I'd forgot about that. 5 seconds, 4, Cats won't run a play. I said that. And no. Time expires in the third quarter. And Coalfield leading over Oliver Springs 36-0. We'll get a break. We'll be back for our final 12 minutes right after this.
This is Vic for Patterson's Appliance in Rockwood, and this is what we've got. I have a huge selection of refrigerators. I have a top mount refrigerator, a big door on the bottom. I have 4-door refrigerators, 3-door refrigerators, and 5-door refrigerators. Good selection, and we'll have more shipments coming soon. This is Vic. Come and see us at Patterson's Appliance Outlet, located in Gateway Center next to Walmart.
Plateau Electric Cooperative now offers each new bank draft sign-up a chance to win $100 cash. Sign up for automatic bank draft and make your life easier. And don't worry if your electric bill has been paid. Each new account sign-up receives a TEC tumbler and is eligible for a $100 cash drawing. Sign up at Plateau Electric offices in Wartburg and Oneida. Get more information at plateauelectric.com. TEC employees and directors not eligible.
Need a home loan? Then come see me, Ashley Davis, at One Bank of Tennessee.
And welcome back, folks, for our final 12 minutes. And Logan, a running clock. I never thought that would happen in this one.
No, not at all, Keith. That's not something we expected.
1st and 10, Cats. Elliott, man in motion to the near side. That's Hill. There's a snap, flags, and somebody left early. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, I think, against Oliver Springs. And I'll tell you, when it goes wrong, doesn't it?
It does, and obviously Oliver Springs to have any chance, I mean, which is obviously a tall hill to climb. I mean, you just look at the passing so far a completed pass for 0 yards, a completed pass for -2 yards, and the problem with the last completed pass, it was completed to the wrong team, an interception by Oliver Springs. So you combine turnovers and a lack of a downfield passing attack, you look up, you're down 36 points, not ideal at all.
So it will be 1st and 15 for the Cats, trailing 36-0 to Coalfield. Elliott, the quarterback, looks over that defensive unit, waits on the snap. Man in motion. There's a snap, fakes the handoff. Elliott on the keeper, picks up about 3, and that's it. McKinney there to make the stop.
Elliott keeps stop by number 10, Isaac McKinney.
Isaac McKinney making the stop for Coalfield. So to bring up 2nd down and about 12 for the 1st down. As the clock continues to run.
On their own 38.
Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. 2nd down, 12. Single back in the backfield. Trip set to the far side. Single wide out to the near side. Elliott, the quarterback. There's a snap. Drops back. Out into the flat. It's complete to, I believe that's Heilman. No, that's Hill. And going to be about 2 yards shy of the 1st down. So it'll be 3rd and about 2.
Stop by Landon Lau.
Landon Lau. Connor Johnson there to make the stop for Coalfield. As the Yellow Jackets are on their way, Logan, unless something happens, Andrew, they're on their way to the semifinals.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, wow, your final 4 of your division, Class A, or any team that's left after tonight in their respective divisions will be one of the final 4. So it's a big accomplishment, but even more so, 1 game away from that state tournament or state title appearance game.
Certainly is. Say a 3rd down and about 1.5 for the 1st down. Elliott. There's a fumble the ball. Picks it up and going to lose 3 yards. They'll lose him, mark him down, actually 2 yards. Sheldon there to make the stop. He's played a good game for Coalfield tonight.
So you had Oliver Springs right there, Keith, and the previous play completed and what appeared to be an 11-yard completion, the longest one in the evening. All right, you get a 3rd and short. Let's pick this up, get a little momentum. And what happens? Well, a fumble and a loss on the play.
So to bring up 4th down, a big 4th down play, 4th and about 3, 2.5 anyway, for the 1st down. So Coach Green, yeah, do you go for it? I think he will.
Absolutely.
Nothing to lose at this point.
I don't care what 4th down in anything, you're going for it, in my opinion.
Elliott, there's a snap. Quick pitch to the outside. That'll be Hill. No, maybe. They'll mark him right at the 50. Seth Lau was there to make the stop. It could be, and it could not be. Left foot, right foot.
I'm going to say you got it.
He's already gave
First
it to him.
down.
Stop by Seth Lau.
Seth Lau was there.
And
Bryson Ridge for Coalfield. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Trailing in this football game 36-0. Stay tuned when this one's over. Our Hall Sports and Outdoors postgame call-in show. Elliott. There's a snap. Nearly fumbled the ball. Hands the ball quickly back to Hill. And Hill down to the 40. Another 1st down.
Hill, the ball carrier.
Landon Lau along with Kegley there to make the stop. 8 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the ball game as the clock continues to run. Coalfield trying to pitch the shutout here tonight. As the Bobcats line it up. 1st and 10 from the Yellow Jacket 40-yard line. They overload to the right side. Elliott, the quarterback. There's a snap. Quick hit inside, and Hillman got to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Hallman was there, but McKinney was there. Landon Lau was there. Hayden Hicks was there. Kegley was there. And again, this Yellow Jacket defense.
Yeah, and I'll go a step further and just say that front of Yellow Jacket for Coalfield, whether you're Heilman, Brandon Nation, Hill, just not much there at the point of attack for the most part, and just makes it tough to run.
And Coalfield much smaller than Oliver Springs, but Coalfield's won that battle tonight.
Yeah.
Elliott, flag. Somebody left early again. That'll be a 5-yard penalty against Oliver Springs. False start. There's the signal. And they'll mark off 5. So now it'll be 2nd down and 15. As the clock continues to run. 6 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in this one. As the Yellow Jackets from Coalfield, 6 minutes away from the semifinals of the Class A football. There'll be one of 4 teams remaining after tonight. What an accomplishment, Logan Adcock, for any of these teams.
It really is, Keith. When you look at numbers-wise, I would say Coalfield is about 100 to 125 kids less, if not more, than anybody left in the state of Tennessee in single A.
I think you're about right. So back to the line of scrimmage. Again, another overload to the right side, a whistle, and we get what? Delay a game. Oliver Springs.
Oliver Springs penalized 5 yards. Dead ball foul, delay of
Folks, we're down to 6 minutes remaining in this one. Coming up after this one, it will be our Hall Sports and Outdoors postgame call-in show. Back to the line. There's a snap. Elliott, quick pitch to the outside. They go to Nation. Nation, Landon Lell is right there to make the stop after a gain of about 5. Down to the 45-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 15 for the 1st down. Oliver Springs just struggling in this football game, and Logan, they did it from the opening kickoff.
3 and out, Keith, and that's not the tone you want to set anytime you start a football game, let alone 3rd round of the playoffs.
So the Cats, 3rd and 15. They go with a wide out to either side. Elliott, the quarterback, man in motion to the near side. There's a handoff. That will be a good run this time by, I believe that's Bridges, gets it down to the 35, shy of the 1st down by about 5 yards. Levi Mullins there to make the stop. Isaiah Sheldon again makes the stop. Sheldon, been a very busy man tonight. He's probably played his best game of his career tonight. So to bring up 4th and 5 for the Cats. Ball spotted at the Yellow Jacket 35-yard line. 4 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in this football game. It's all Coalfield. 36-0. So back to the line of scrimmage. Elliott, the quarterback. There's the snap, drops back the pass under pressure. He fires it downfield. It's going to be incomplete. And here comes a flag. May get pass interference, but if they did, I didn't see it.
Yeah, if that's what it is, I didn't see it either.
And get a hold, which either way will end up being a 1st down regardless.
But if you're Oliver Springs, they call holding against Coalfield. Well, okay. So they'll mark off the penalty. But guys, I'm going to tell you something. That has taken almost a minute off this clock.
That's the thing about the running clock. It's just, like that penalty, but they talk about what's the penalty. Let's mark the ball off. And like you said, you run 30 yards downfield, run back to the huddle. A minute plus comes off the clock.
3 minutes, 20 seconds, clock running. 1st and 10, Bobcats. Yellow Jacket, 25-yard line. Elliott. There's a snap, back to pass. Fires out into the flat to Lamette, and nope. He's going to lose all the way back to, the 27-yard line, a 2-yard loss. Hayden Hicks right there on the coverage. Nothing doing on that one. So let's see. 2:40. Coming up.
School Athletics would like to take this opportunity to wish Deuce Murphy a very happy birthday.
Our post-game coaches interviews, we'll try to catch them for you before the night's over. as the Bobcats. Second down, 12. Man in motion, that's Hill. There's a handoff. Hill tries to turn it inside and picks it up down to about the 25.
And while they do that, Keith, just want to recognize our final sponsor here of the evening, Riddle Drugs. For all your pharmacy needs, Riddle Drugs in Wartburg and Oliver Springs are ready to serve you and been providing fast and friendly services to the community for the past several years. Good luck to both Coalfield and Oliver Springs tonight, as this message sponsored by Riddle Drugs in Wartburg and Oliver Springs.
Nick Cagley made the stop on that one. And, folks, about a minute and 50 seconds remain in this one. Oliver Springs had it 3rd and 10 from the 25-yard line of Coalfield. Elliott. There's a snap. Elliott, option play to the backside. They go nowhere. Nation, and he is drilled by Landon Lau. And then there's another 15-yard penalty. Unnecessary roughness.
Got one on one side, one on the other, and I can guarantee you they don't mean the same thing.
Probably not. So we get a penalty on the far side. I seen that one. They got one on the near side. I did not see that one. Personal foul, Oliver Springs.
And you know, there's how every single high school player that's ever played or ever will play, about 99% of every individual is going to end their season and career with a loss, right? Only a few can actually win the state championship. So, well, when you look up on the scoreboard, you're a senior, you're getting beat 36-0. It's frustrating. I get that. And it's easy to lose your cool, but if you're Coalfield on the other side, no matter what happens, you got more to play for going forward. So you got to keep your cool, but obviously understood frustration from Oliver Springs, just not had anything go their way this whole night.
35 seconds remaining in the ball game. 4th down at a country mile. Elliott drops straight back, looks, now it rolls out. Caught in the backfield, and it's tipped out, incomplete. Canaan Bolin was there to make the stop. Folks, clock's going to wind down. This ball game is over. We'll be back after telling you the final score. Coalfield 36, Oliver Springs 0.
In the midst of all the festivity, goodwill, and fun, the Thanksgiving holiday has just begun. Thanksgiving be the best of all. May the true meaning and the good cheer of Thanksgiving be with you throughout the rest of the year. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family from Highland Telephone Co-op.
New construction materials have been Northern Central and Missouri County since 1872. Call Dean or Jordan at West Michigan. 569-41.
Ellis Auction Gallery and Furniture Outlet located at 236 South Ron Street in Harriman in the old Sears building. Stop by and see us. We've got a wide variety of retail items at 236 South Ron Street in Harriman. Auction Gallery and Furniture Outlet.
South Pittsburgh 14, Gordonsville 7.
Power during times of an outage is our #1 priority. Harriman Utility Board now has an automated outage management system that is designed to ensure your information reaches our crews as quickly and efficiently as possible. It is very important that your account information is up to date because our system operates using the phone number associated with your account. If the phone number has to change, please call 882-3242 during normal business hours and speak with one of our customer service representatives to update your account information.
November is the time for the leaves to fall, the weather to turn colder, and it's also a time to be thankful. Roan Metals Group thanks all our many friends and customers for your business. Roan Metals buys scrap metal at competitive prices and has 2 convenient locations, including Rockwood and Crossville. Roan Metals Group is open 8 till 4:30 weekdays and Saturday the 14th from 8 to noon.
One high school football is on the air. This is the Postgame Call-In Show, sponsored by Hall Sports and Outdoors.
If you're looking for name brand outdoor gear, camping supplies, and traditional sporting goods, look to Hall Sports and Outdoors, Main Street in Jamestown.
We'll recap tonight's game, talk with the coaches, announce the player awards. Then we'll talk football and take your calls at 346-6300 or 1-888-882-1013.
Other sponsors include Showtime Ford, Federated Auto Parts of Rockwood and Huntsville,
the Morgan County Medical Center, Patterson's Appliance Outlet, Davis Insurance, the Morgan County Regional Complex, now accepting applications, Highland Telephone, Schubert Funeral Home, and by Wartburg Pharmacy. Tonight's broadcast can be heard on our smartphone app and at WECOradio.com. Serving you for 50 years.
101.3 FM, WECO, Wartburg.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Hall Sports and Outdoors post-game call-in show here on WECO, where we have just went final. This is Andrew Knight along with Keith and Logan Adcock, where it's the Coalfield Yellow Jackets advancing to the semifinals of the TSSAA High School Football Playoffs after the Coalfield Jackets defeat Oliver Springs by a score of 36-0. Logan, we were talking, seemed like just about 20 minutes ago there in the halftime, about what can Oliver Springs do to get something going in the second half, down 20-0. Oliver Springs comes out in the second half, forces a 3-and-out. Good job there. Then the Bobcats get the ball on offense. First play, it's an interception, and quite honestly, it didn't get much better after that for the Bobcats.
No, Andrew, you thought when Oliver Springs came out and stopped Coalfield on that possession that it was going to be a little bit of a different outcome in that second half. You know, maybe not a win, but a closer ball game, but when the wheels fell off, Andrew, they didn't just start rolling off. They just totally exploded.
Yeah, and turnovers can do that. As we mentioned, just the interception, which led to a touchdown, and that seemed to kind of, I won't say the nail in the coffin, but just seemed to, that's going to be tough for Oliver Springs to come back to. And then either the next possession or the one after that, you get an Oliver Springs fumble, and then all of a sudden Connor Johnson from Coalfield picks it up, prances 28 yards, I should say, into the end zone. And Keith said it a couple of times there during the broadcast. Sometimes it rains, it pours, so to speak, whatever analogy you want to use there. But just turnovers and a lack of a downfield passing attack for Oliver Springs really just never got anything going.
No, and it's a tough one. You know, anytime you make it to the third round of the playoffs, like Coach Green alluded to in his, pregame interview, we started out the season, I think, 0-4. Nobody expected Oliver Springs to be right here in the third round of the playoffs. But I'm going to tell you one other thing, Andrew. By being around it, nobody expected Keith Henry's crew and the Yellow Jackets to be here either. A very young football team starting out. Andrew, they're battle-tested. They've been here. They've done it. And, congrats to those coaches for doing what they had to do to get Coalfield in there, and nothing for Oliver Springs to hang their head at.
Right.
Anytime you can end up in the third round, you're one of 8 teams left playing in the state of Tennessee in single-A football. So it is what it is. Congratulations to the Bobcats as well.
Yeah, and you never want to say, well, let me back up. You always want to be proud of your accomplishments, and you always want to keep going further. But as you just mentioned, started the season, Oliver Springs did 0-4. And then if you flash forward and said, hey, you're going to be one game away from going to the Final Four from the whole state in the single A, certainly a lot to be proud of. And I'm sure that tonight, that's Coach Green, a lot of these players won't be excited from getting beat tonight, but once you kind of look at everything, hey, that's a good season. There's a lot of other teams that would have loved to have had a 3-run playoff game, or a 3-game playoff run, I should say, here in the playoffs. So, but right now, we'll take a break. We'll reset. We'll give some player awards coming up. We'll check stats. We'll hear from the coaches as well. Coach Green getting spoken to right now by Keith Adcock down on the field. So we'll have all that coming up in the Hall Sports and Outdoors postgame show. But right now, let's get a break. We'll return with more right after this.
This is Robin Wampert, Jerry Duncan Forward, Lincoln, and Harriman. Keep that cost. The leads are falling, and so are the prices and interest rates.
Now's the time to reach the harvest, Robin. 0% financing on
That's a good question.
On this case. 0% financing up to 72 months. Expedition and Explorer. So make your way to Jerry Duncan Forward, Lincoln here in Harriman. Take advantage. Reach the harvest right here as Thanksgiving is coming on.
That's Jerry Duncan Forward, 801 North Rome Street, or visit on the web at jerryduncanforward.com.
Parsons & Wright CPAs prides itself on creating a long-lasting relationship with those that seek its services. We want to get to know you so that we can get to know your business. Running a business should not be as stressful as it is in today's time. Let us help you. We offer payroll, sales tax, monthly and quarterly reports, and other services specifically designed to help you, the business owner. If you need help with your business, give us a call today at 865-376-5865 or stop by our office at 1000 Brentwood Way in Kingston or behind the Sears in Crossville. We want to make business easier for you.
Let Davis Insurance protect your money with an annuity or rollover IRA. Your principal is guaranteed. All interest is tax-deferred from A-plus companies. Call Davis Insurance 346-4978 or stop by the office at 316 Eliza Street in Wartburg.
One Bank High School football is on the air. This is the Postgame Show on WECO, sponsored by Hall Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown.
This is Philip Hall. Come see us real soon at Hall Sports and Outdoors.
And we're back right here
by Beach Pharmacy in Oliver Springs, your local DOL insurance expert. Let Leach Pharmacy help you get the most out of your DOL coverage. Tonight, during the fourth, Elizabethton leads Greenville 24-20. Alcoa leads Gatlinburg-Pittman 42-13. With 2 minutes left in the fourth, Maryville leads Dobbins-Bennett 35-21. But in our game, Coalfield wins over Oliver Springs 36-0. Now, let's go back to the sports crew and Keith Adcock.
Thank you very much, Samuel. Actually, Keith, we're reversing some roles tonight. He's down getting some interviews. Andrew Knight joined with Logan Adcock here after Coalfield defeats Oliver Springs 36-0 to advance to the semifinals of the playoffs to take on either South Pittsburgh or Gordonsville. And if you may just be tuning in, whoever wins that game will be hosting that semifinal game. So Coalfield, the first 3 rounds, Logan, some friendly confines here at home, but to get to Cookeville to try to get that gold ball, going to have to go on the road next Friday night.
And, Andrew, many years ago, there was a long stretch that if you were going to the Single A state championship game, that road went right through Highway 72 and South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. And I hadn't seen an update, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that it will not be right back down there with the Pirates of South Pittsburgh again next week.
Last update, and Samuel might have said that, we were kind of getting some notes together, but at the half, South Pittsburgh leads Gordonsville 14-7. So close one going on there, and again, that's an hour behind us right now in Central Time Zone, so we'll try to keep you updated with that. So again, Coalfield advances, defeating Oliver Springs 36-0, and Logan, why don't we don't give away an award or two here?
Let's give one away, Andrew.
Let's do it.
We'll start out with the Best Effort Award, sponsored by Patterson Appliance in Midtown, Rockwood, Oak Ridge, Crossville, and Knoxville.
And that, the Best Effort Award, the senior running back from Coalfield, will go with Seth Lau, who did most of the damage in the first half, but in total had 12 carries, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown as well from 21 yards out. And I think that was a big play, and let's talk about it just a moment, Logan. 4th and goal. Coalfield has it on their own 20 after a penalty. Oliver Springs makes a few good stops, but gives up a touchdown on a 4th and goal. And I'm quite honestly not sure if that kind of didn't just deflate Oliver Springs. I'm not sure they ever recovered from that.
No, and I said it earlier. It just took the wind out of their sails, Andrew, because just like you had alluded to, they being Oliver Springs had to stop. 4th and 21. As a 16-year-old kid, you say, hey, I've got this one in the bag.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, turn right around, and 4th and 21, Coalfield's run it all night long, and they drop back and throw the ball 21 yards into the end zone. Seth Lau, touchdown.
That's a tough break there. So congratulations, Seth Lau. He's our Best Effort Award winner here tonight. And I would say one more?
One more. Let's go with it.
Which one you want to do?
Let's jump down. Let's do the Right Choice Award.
Let's do it.
That one's sponsored by Lakeview Dental Arts in Kingston, where you can get same-day crowns.
This award I kind of sometimes like to play on and say right place at the right time or kind of thing. Well, Connor Johnson is the winner of that tonight, and after a fumble from Oliver Springs, Johnson picks the ball up 28 yards, scampers into the end zone. So also had a punt return a couple of weeks ago, I do believe, for a touchdown as well. So, and I gave him the Right Choice Award then as well. So certainly good job there, Connor Johnson. And with that note, we'll take a break. We'll return with more of the Hall Sports and Outdoors post-game call-in show. We'll have some stats, some more awards, coaches' interviews, and more as you listen to high school football on WECO.
This is Amanda Best with Best Home Care. We have moved to a new location to better serve our community. We are now located in the former Polk Cooley Law Firm office at 405 West Rockwood Street in Rockwood. We service the VA Community Care Program, EE, OICPA, SECA, and Black Lung. We continue to hire and accept patients during the pandemic. Call our office at 865-248-4411 or find us on Facebook for more information on how we can best serve you.
In the midst of all the festivity, goodwill, and fun, the Thanksgiving holiday has just begun. Highland Telephone Co-op gives you this wish instead of a call. May this year's Thanksgiving be the best of all. May the true meaning and the good cheer of Thanksgiving be with you throughout the rest of the year. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family from Highland Telephone Co-op.
Get huge savings at Duncan Family Automotive Group in Harriman. Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cab pickups at $4,500 cash allowance plus an additional $1,000 in accessory allowance. 2021 Cadillac XT4, XT5, XT6 models have 0 for 72 months finance plus $500 cash allowance. And most 2020 Buick SUVs now have 0 for 84 months finance. Click DuncanFamilyAuto.com to see all our special offers. Come see us real soon at Duncan Family Automotive Group in Harriman.
This is Jana Goose. Wartburg Pharmacy is now closed. All prescriptions have been transferred to Walgreens Pharmacy in Wartburg. My sister Jay and I to thank the community for 24 years of your wonderful support. We both will begin working at Walgreens Pharmacy soon, and we invite you to come see us. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Life Care Center of Morgan County wishes you all of the happiness in the world during this Thanksgiving holiday. May good health and wealth be yours. This is a Thanksgiving greeting from everyone at Life Care Center of Morgan County, Potters Fall Road in Wartburg.
Michael Dunn Center in Kingston has been empowering individuals living with disabilities and challenges to gain independence for the past 48 years. To find out more, including volunteer and career opportunities, visit michaeldunncenter.org.
Monday, high school football is on the air. This is the Postgame Show on WECO, sponsored by Hall Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown.
This is Philip Hall. From shoes to uniforms and all your embroidery needs, we got you covered at Hall Sports and Outdoors.
This is Samuel Howard, and this scoring update is sponsored by Randy Ellis, chairman of the Roane County Commission. Tonight, Meigs County outscores South Green 42-14. During the fourth, South Doyle leads Knox Central 21-14. And in the third, South Pittsburgh is currently over Gordonsville 14-7. And in our game, Coalfield defeats Oliver Springs 36-0. Now let's return to the Hall Sports and Outdoors postgame show with Andrew Knight and Logan Adcock.
And thank you very much. And I'm neither one of those guys, but been down on the field, talking to some of the coaches and getting some interviews, getting everything going.
Turn on your mic.
And I've been on the field, and I found me 3 big hogs down there. Big linemen. Guys, Bryson Bridge, what a football game.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, just unreal. Did you, y'all have had a big week of practice this week, hadn't you?
Yeah, the coaches really prepared us, got us ready for everything. We knew everything they were going to do before they did it. We knew what we were doing.
You knew what was coming before they ever did it, and it showed in this. You know, it really did. First possession, 75 yards. You guys just busted up, opened up the holes, and here they came. And I don't know what else to say to you except what a ball game. I mean, you know, took them out of everything that they could possibly do tonight.
Thank you.
Certainly did. Course of the ball game. When did you feel like, hey, this is ours?
Probably after that second score when we got it down there, and then maybe that 4th and 20 drive when Seth caught it right.
That was a big drive back there where it was. Defensively, you guys pretty well just shut them out tonight.
Yeah, that, like I said, the coaches prepared us real well.
If you had to look at one thing about tonight's game, what are you going to remember about this one, besides a running clock and a score?
I don't know, probably seeing their defensive line get drove back every single.
Bryson, you've kind of waited all year to get to just look at that and say that, hadn't you? I mean, It's been a great thing. But you come in and just do a great job tonight. Opened up some big holes for another fella who had over 100 yards rushing tonight. And goodness gracious. Mr. McKinney, what a job.
Thank you.
I mean, coming in at that full, let me tell you something. You guys, you fool me, because I never know when you've got the football until I see you running 15, 20, 25 yards down the field. You and Cole and the rest of them, and these guys here, they open up those holes. But what a game tonight for you.
Yeah, thank you. The coach really prepared us
through the WECO practice, stay until like 7. They really prepared us.
Well, I started saying I would come by, and I get off work about 6, come by about 6:30, and I said, man, they're still out there practicing. And you guys have been there since, what, 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Oh, yeah.
Has it sunk in yet what you've accomplished, guys?
Not fully, but it's gonna.
It's going.
Mhm.
I mean, you got tonight to think about it, but you're heading to a semifinal game. You're one of the top 4 teams in the state of Tennessee. Got a lot going on, don't you?
Yeah.
Got to make you happy. Bryson, has it sunk into you yet?
I think it will when I walk through the locker room. Yeah.
But
It's
until
getting
then,
close,
see
yeah.
what is. Let me get that headset on this other big old hog over here because he had a good ball game tonight. Y'all watch that board back there, just whatever. Isaiah Sheldon, what a ball game you had. I've just waited on you to break out all year, and I think you did tonight.
Thank you.
Not bad, was it?
No, it was all right.
How about defensively? You were making quite a few stops defensively tonight.
Yeah, we still got some stuff to work on, though. Can't wait for next week.
It's a big ball game next week, whether it be Gordonsville or South Bend. But, guys, you know, you take them one at a time. It doesn't matter who you play at all. You know, Isaiah, I mean, it doesn't matter. But you just take them one time. You don't care what the record is or anything else. What's the mindset going into that next week?
Honestly, we just give it our best and hope we win.
What's your mindset going in there? I mean, you're going to have to carry some load next week, carrying that football.
Yeah, the coaches they're really going to prepare us for next week. Just our team, we're one when we're on that field. So I'm just hoping we keep that for next week.
Well, guys, I tell you what, I just appreciate you coming up, and I was down on the field and I always try to grab somebody. And I just like the way all 3 of you played tonight. I just thought it was outstanding. And Bryson, I'll let you talk into my microphone. Anything you want to say to the fans or anybody else?
Thank you for the support. Come to South Pitt and support us again. We're going to win and go to the championship.
You heard it from Bryson Ridge. Isaac?
Thank y'all for coming out and just supporting us through everything.
I said Isaac. Should have said Isaiah. I'm sorry. Isaac McKinney.
Yeah.
The big fullback, wearing that old number 10. Had a great offensive game and had a great defensive game. But microphone's yours, sir. What do you want to tell them?
Just thanks for all the support. All them fans, man, they really fueled us today.
Not bad, is it? Well, guys, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you either at South Pitt or Gordonsville next week. We'll be there, so you can tell all the families, hey, radio's going to be there. But good luck. Work hard this week and get to that championship game.
Yes,
Good enough?
sir.
All right, good enough. All right, we'll get a timeout right here. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is Robert Wampler, Jerry Duncan Forward Lincoln in Harriman. Keep that cost, the leads are falling, and so are the prices and interest rates.
Now's the time to reap the harvest, Robin. 0% financing on Edge on this case. 0% financing up to 72 months, Expedition, and Explorer. So make your way to Jerry Duncan Ford Lincoln here in Harriman. Take advantage. Reap the harvest right here as Thanksgiving is coming on.
That's Jerry Duncan Ford, 801 North Rome Street. So visit us at JerryDuncanFord.com.
Hi, this is Christy at Hammers and Wartburg. We have a lot of men's line pants and a lot of ladies' comfy ankle boots. They are very nice boots, and we have some really nice new Christmas candles and pumpkin candles, really nice. Y'all need to come down and check us out before Black Friday. Come see us at Hammers and Wartburg. Remember, folks, if you haven't been to Hammers, you haven't been to Wartburg.
Pre-planning services will bring peace of mind. It relieves your family from future financial obligations. You make decisions with a clear mind. Pre-planning is a thoughtful gift. The family needs to reflect on the memories without making decisions at an emotional time. Rearranging is a smart financial decision. Davis Funeral Home. In Harriman, phone 882-2000. In Wartburg, phone 346-2011. Davis Funeral Home. We're here for you.
This is a military moment. What does Houston, Texas, Tranquility Base, and an Eagle all have in common? I'll have the answer after this.
This is Mark Keck, Morgan County Veteran Service Officer. If you are a veteran and need help, give me a call at 215-1734. I may be able to assist you with job placement, health care, insurance benefits, and more. My office hours are 9 to 5, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Other days available by appointment. 215-1734. Or stop by the lower level of the American Legion, post 149 at 202 South Kingston Street here in Warpark.
You got
He
stats.
joined NASA based in Houston, Texas. He landed the lunar module Eagle on the moon, where he and his crew established Tranquility Base. He is Neil Armstrong, and we honor his service. This military moment was sponsored by Mark Keck, Morgan County VSO officer at American Legion Post 149. One-man high school football is on the air.
This is the Postgame Show on WECO, sponsored by Hall Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown.
This is Phil Hall. Call Hall Sports and Outdoors for a quote before you order baseball uniforms.
This is Samuel Howard, and this scoring update is sponsored by Leach Pharmacy in Oliver Springs, your local DOL insurance expert. Let Leach Pharmacy help you get the most out of your DOL coverage. Tonight, Red Bank defeats Loudon 24-14. Elizabethton outscores Greenville 24-20. Maryville is victorious over Dobbins-Bennett 35-28. And in our game tonight, Coalfield wins over Oliver Springs 36-0. Now let's go back to the Hall Sports and Outdoors postgame show with the sports crew and Keith Adcock.
And thank you very much, Samuel. Thank you for the scores coming in. And, guys, got some awards you want to give away right here.
We do, Keith. We're going to jump down to the CPA Award. This award is presented to a consistent, productive athlete, sponsored by Parsons & Wright Certified Public Accountants in Kingston and Crossville. Call 376-5865 for a free initial consultation.
And we'll go with Coalfield from that one. Landon Lau, actually one of the leading tacklers on this entire football team, had some good defensive plays and didn't have some of the bigger yards of carry that he had last week necessarily, but still just a consistent overall performance. Landon Lau.
All over the field, Keith.
Certainly was.
Tough to
Good
argue
choice.
that. Yeah, well.
You know, while I went down on the field, that was a good choice, or whatever. Let's give away one more, guys, and then we may go to our coaches' interviews here in just a few moments.
Let's jump down to the Lineman's Award, Andrew. And that one's sponsored by Duncan Family Automotive Group in Harriman, serving your Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, and GMC sales and service needs.
Actually, you picked this one, so, you know, we kind of collaborate here a little bit. But the Lineman Award tonight, Nick Kegley from Coalfield. Actually, Coalfield got all the awards here tonight, but just he's all over the place. You talk about being all over the place on defense. Just you almost could say the entire defense just get an award. I mean, pitching a shutout in the quarterfinals of the state playoffs is nothing to shake your – or, you know, it's something to be proud of, right?
You know, and I think he had a great game, but I've got hats off to Isaiah Sheldon tonight too, or Isaac Sheldon, I should say. Or Isaiah, that's right. Isaiah is what it is, and I'll get it all right here.
Well, there's an Isaac and an Isaiah, and we might hear those names coming up in just a few moments.
He's just trying to steal the thunder, Andrew.
Well, no, I just hats off to him because, you know, kid played. I thought he had a breakout game tonight, and I just want to get that mentioned. Let's give away one more award, and we'll hold that MVP award until later, Andrew.
Let's do it. And let's say, what do you think, Logan, the offensive or defensive award?
Let's go defense.
All right.
That defensive award tonight, Andrew, sponsored by the all-new Hall Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown, your headquarters for name-brand sporting goods, camping gear, and outdoor supplies.
A name that Keith just mentioned, but
Isaiah.
We'll say Isaiah Sheldon on that one, and the other name he mentioned, Isaac. We'll touch on that one in a moment. But Isaiah Sheldon, a heck of a ball game. And again, you almost hate to just want to almost say the entire Coalfield defense and just name them individually, but certainly some good guys out there.
Well, go ahead and give away that offensive award.
Well,
you might as well get that out of the way.
Rolling.
Yeah.
He wants us to do it all, Andrew. Offensive award tonight sponsored by Clayton Homes in Harriman. Call 882-9198 and ask about Clayton's low payments.
From Coalfield, that'll be the quarterback, Cole Hines. And a lot of times you hear as your team goes, as your quarterback goes, and or whatever the old saying is. And not as much in the second half, but Coalfield really didn't have to push the tempo, which they don't really anyway, but just didn't have to do a whole lot, quite frankly. But Cole Hines ended the evening with 81 rushing yards, 38 passing yards, and a couple of touchdowns there as well. So just a really good overall offensive performance from the quarterback.
Well, guys, let's get a break right here. Wait just a minute.
Keith, while we've still got a pretty good listening crowd, me and Andrew talked about it earlier. Anybody knows when you talk about South Pittsburgh, single A, you pretty much knew that road single-A state championship for a long time ran through South Pittsburgh. And as we stand here and talk about it, you know, you were interviewing a couple of your protectors off the field that you brought up here with you.
That's right.
Afraid somebody may be mad at you. And I mean, hey, I don't disagree with that because I go down there every week. But a former graduate here sends me a message. Clark Brooks graduated probably 99, 2000. He says, if we get South Pittsburgh, I don't care if we win the state championship. I want to beat South Pittsburgh if that's who we get. So, Red Dog, if you're listening, I'm sure there's more out there that feel the exact same way. We've heard it a lot, you know. But there's one thing about it. If you want to talk about a storied program, you talk about South Pittsburgh.
Well, you do. Vic Grider and company, I mean, you really do. And they were leading that ball game over Gordonsville, but not by much. So it's still kind of a toss-up down there to see what it is. But regardless, whether it's Gordonsville or South Pitt, guys, we're going to be there.
And I was just going to say, at last scoring update I had on that was a 14-7 lead for South Pitt at the half. So let's see if we can get some more updates on that. But either way, you know it's going to be Gordonsville or it's going to be South Pitt. It's going to be a tough challenge either way.
And it will. And Coalfield will be there as their opponent. Let's get a break right here, and we'll be back, folks, with more of the Hall Sports and Outdoors postgame show right after this.
This is Robin Wampert, Jerry Duncan Ford, Lincoln, and Harriman. Keep that cost. The leaves are falling, and so are the prices and interest rates.
Now's the time to reach the harvest, Robin. 0% financing on his gate. 0% financing up to 72 months, Expedition, and Explorer. So make your way to Jerry Duncan Ford, Lincoln, here in Harriman. Take advantage. Reach the harvest right here as Thanksgiving is coming on.
That's Jerry Duncan Ford, 801 North Rome Street, or visit on the web at jerryduncanford.com.
Follow, y'all. This is Philip Hall from Hall Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown. Fall is a great time to enjoy hunting and fishing, plus football and soccer games. We have everything you need at Hall Sports and Outdoors, including outdoor gear and traditional sporting goods. Brand names including Under Armour, Columbia, Nike, and New Balance. We also have lots of Tennessee ball apparel. Check our Facebook page for special offers or click hallsportsandoutdoors.com. That's Hall Sports and Outdoors in downtown Jamestown.
Do you have what it takes to become a correctional officer with the Tennessee Department of Corrections? Are you looking for a flexible schedule, college assistance, and advancement opportunities? The Tennessee Department of Corrections offers all of that and more. Plus a starting salary of $32,500, along with a competitive benefits package. Find out if you have what it takes to become a correctional officer at the Morgan County Correctional Complex. Call 423-346-1520 or check out our website, www.tn.gov/correction.
Let Davis Insurance protect your money with an annuity or rollover IRA. Your principal is guaranteed. All interest is tax deferred from A-plus companies. Call Davis Insurance 346.
Which one do you want to run first?
They're right there together, so Oliver Springs coaches first.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
We sell name-brand parts at competitive prices, and we offer free delivery. Come see us real soon at Tri-County Auto Parts in Huntsville. Be sure to visit our sister stores in Crossville and Monterey.
This is Drew Kennedy. Everyone at Schubert Funeral Home extends Thanksgiving's best wishes to you and your family. Schubert Funeral Home is thankful for the support this community has given us over the years. Happy Thanksgiving from Schubert Funeral Home in Wartburg and Sunbright.
Thomas Pest Solutions is dedicated to serving East Tennessee with fair prices and excellent work. If you have carpenter bees, bed bugs, or other pest problems, call Thomas Pest Solutions at 865-566-8444 or thomaspestsolutions.com.
Bloodbank High School football is on the air. This is the postgame show on WECO, sponsored by Hall Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown.
This is Philip Hall. Call Hall Sports and Outdoors for a quote before you order your softball uniform.
This is Samuel Howard, and this scoring update is sponsored by Randy Ellis, chairman of the Roane County Commission. Tonight, Alcoa outscores Gatlinburg-Pittman 49-13. South Doyle wins over Knox Central 21-14. And currently during the third, South Pittsburgh is over Gordonsville 14-7. And in our game, Coalfield defeats Oliver Springs 36-0. Now let's go back to the sports crew and Keith Adcock.
And thank you very much, Samuel, and welcome back to our Hall Sports and Outdoors postgame call-in show. And I want to send out a message real quick to a guy that I know real well, and I want him to check on his brother. So Clay Frills, if you're listening, please check the bridge down there in Harriman. Make sure Mike is not jumping off, okay? Please try to stop him. And I hope you're listening to that because he took this one pretty hard tonight. And, I just thought I'd get his brother to check on him so he didn't jump off the bridge down there tonight on his way home. So, not...
That water would be awful cold if
it
did,
would
too.
be, but, he was pretty well tore up, so that's kind of where it is. But good ball game tonight. Coalfield wins it by a score of 36-0. Had an opportunity to talk to both coaches after tonight's game, and that's something that Logan normally does. And, of course, I went down and I messed that up royally and put them all together, but that's all right. And our post-game coaches interviews tonight sponsored by Parsons & Wright CPAs out of Kingston and Crossville. Your first consultation is free. Give them a call, 376-5865. Let's listen in to Coach Larry Green of the Oliver Springs Bobcats and then Coach Keith Henry of the Coalfield Yellow Jackets.
Saying Coach Larry Green, and Larry, oh my goodness, not in my lifetime would I thought it would have been this type of ball game.
Well, we thought it'd be a lot closer than what it was. We were able to get the win. Hats off to Coach Henry and his staff and Coalfield. They done a great job preparing. They just outplayed us tonight in every phase of the game. So congratulations to them. Good luck to them next week. We'll take a couple of weeks off and get back in the weight room, hopefully, and, try to get prepared for next year.
Well, that's about all you can do, but I'll tell you what, got to be proud of your kids and the year that you've had it.
Well, starting out 0-4, we could have folded the 10th, but, we kept fighting, came back and, won 5 out of our 6 district games. Got a win over Greenback this year, so that was a big force. First time I beat them as a head coach. First time, our program beat them as a whole, but, Coalfield just proved they were the better team in the region, and it showed tonight.
Well, of course, they almost, it's just tough to defend that T formation, hiding the ball.
Yeah,
I've said that forever.
Yeah, and that's what I told Coach Henry before the game. He's probably broke out this old school offense, with all these ball fakes and carrying out the fakes. You can't find the ball. We're pretty much in a day of shotgun offenses and spread offenses, so you don't see that type of offense very often. And when you do, you can prepare for it and, but, it's still hard to stop. And, our offense didn't play very well at all tonight. I don't know if we even had 5 first downs in the game. The Coach Henry does a great job defensively, and he had everything sniffed out, had his defense lined up for everything we had. So, we didn't help our defense out any by, getting any long drives and keeping them off the field. Defense is on the field way too long. We just got to, I hate it for our seniors. They got to go out like this, but, life goes on. I'm sure they'll go on to be successful young men, and we'll just put this one behind us. It won't be easy, but, just try to get ready for next year. That's all we can do.
That's all you can do, Larry. Good job this year. Thank you. Tough loss tonight, I know that, but we'll be seeing you around. See you next year, probably same time, same place, I would say. But good luck.
Hey, thank you and all your guys, and special thank you to BBB, too, for getting this game and no stream of people that couldn't see it. Thank y'all for all you do for high school football in our area. We appreciate you.
I just hope they enjoyed the announcer tonight because, he wasn't one of the best in the world, trust me. I'm radio.
Well, you one of my favorites. You're one of my favorites.
Larry, good job. All right, thank you, sir.
That's Coach Larry Green and
same with Coach Keith Henry. And Coach, one of the better jobs I've seen as far as coaching and playing in a football game. This was just a super football game tonight. Great job.
Thank you, Keith. Give all that credit to those young men that played for 4 quarters, 12, and 12. Did it name one of you? And give the credit to the coaching staff. What a great job they've done preparing. We're getting the boys ready to play, getting this team ready to play, and getting there. It's hard to beat a team twice. It's hard to beat a good team twice. And our Springs good football team. Larry Green and, Kerry Hill, those guys do a good job down there. And Kerry, we came ready to play. I think preparation showed well. And, we execute things. And it was good enough to coach with football.
Well, it certainly was. And, you try to pick out something. But Coach never would I've ever thought we'd have a running clock in this ball game. No, things happen sometimes. They do, and it's just one of those things. And very close ball game, first regular season, 14-7. But you had this thing ready to go tonight, I tell you. And hats off to all your seniors on here and going to the semifinals, son. You got to be happy.
Hey, you know, Keith, I'll be Joe me, and they're going to understand what they've done. You know, then next Friday night there's going to be 4 teams playing statewide, from Roan Mountain up in Cloudland all the way west of Memphis, out that way. They're going to be 4 teams playing. We're one of them. I'm so proud of this team and his coaching staff and everybody here.
Keith, probably, I think, first of the year, and I'll say for this, I think it's one of the better coaching jobs that I've seen in a long time at Coalfield. And a lot of folks said, well, they'll be lucky to win if they play a full schedule, win 4 or 5 ball games. Proved everybody wrong. Had a goody bunch of kids that believed in themselves.
They're a great bunch, and they have proven people wrong. And they took things to heart, and they've worked and worked and worked. And it's been a great year. Record setting year, Keith. I mean, first time we've ever beat Oliver Springs twice in the season, for regular season playoffs. Tied the school record, 12 wins, and punched a ticket to the semifinals.
That's great. I mean, can't ask for anything you'll say before I let you go.
Just thank you for all the people here in Coalfield to support us, everyone. You know, shout out to my mother. Hello, Mother. Love you. Like, great dad, how you doing? Howard Spennon, how you doing? Those guys, we miss them. They're not going to be around with us. And everyone out there, Mr. Underwood, hope you're listening. You know, just thank everyone. It's just been a great year. And thank you guys for covering.
Coach, thank you very much. See you next week.
Thank you.
All right.
And that's Coach Keith Henry, Coach Larry Green. Let's get a break right here. We'll be back with more of the Hall Sports and Outdoors post-game call-in show right after this.
From the quarterback to the kicker, everyone contributes to a winning football team. As a Shelter Auto Insurance customer, you are part of our winning team. This year, you're driving less and having fewer accidents. So Shelter is lowering auto insurance rates. Contact your local Shelter agent for a free quote. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
I'm Shelter Insurance Agent Mark Clem. I can save you some money. My office is located at 1318 North Gateway Avenue in Rockwood. Call 865-354-3504 or click shelterinsurance.com.
I'm Attorney Joe Judkins. For more than 40 years, I've guided and represented many clients, including family law, personal injury, and social security disability. I grew up in Morgan County and helped great folks like you. I also can assist with other matters, such as DUI, estate planning, and estate administration. I'm Joe Judkins. For more information about my firm, click judkinslawfirm.com, call 865-482-7877, or stop by my office, 1143 Oak Ridge Turnpike in Oak Ridge.
Hello from Tennessee's Finest Awards and Frameworks in downtown Harriman. This is Emily inviting you to shop with us for trophies, plaques, acrylic awards, custom industrial signage and tags, and custom batting and picture frames. Tennessee's Finest Awards also offers a variety of engravable personalized gifts. When it comes to custom framing and awards of all types, come to Tennessee's Finest Awards and Frameworks, 424 North Rome Street in Harriman, or visit us online at tnsfinestawardsandframeworks.com.
Ellis Auction Gallery and Furniture Outlet, located at 236 South Ron Street in Harriman, in the old Sears building. Stop by and see us. We've got a wide variety of retail items. That's 236 South Ron Street in Harriman. Ellis Auction Gallery and Furniture Outlet.
Keaton's Monument has been helping families select a monument for their loved ones for the past 22 years. Danny Keaton and the staff will create one that you will cherish. Keaton's Monuments, Robbins and Oneida. Phone 627-2122.
Bloodbank High School football is on the air. This is the Postgame Show on WECO, sponsored by Hall Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown.
This is Philip Hall. Come see us real soon at Hall Sports and Outdoors.
This is Samuel Howard, and this scoring update is sponsored by Leach Pharmacy in Oliver Springs, your local DOL insurance expert. Let Leach Pharmacy help you get the most out of your DOL coverage. Tonight, Meigs County outscores South Green 42-14. And in the third, South Pittsburgh leads Gordonsville 21-7. And in our game, Coalfield wins over Oliver Springs 36-0. Now, let's go back to the Hall Sports and Outdoors postgame show with the sports crew and Keith Adcock.
Thank you very much, Samuel. And South Bend extending that lead right now, 21-7 in the third. But right now it's time to do the stats for tonight's game, sponsored by Parson & Wright CPAs out of Kingston and Crossville, located at 1000 Brentwood Way in Kingston. Give them a call at 376-5865 for your free initial consultation. Andrew, you've got the stats for tonight's game.
I do. We'll just kind of touch on some of the highlights from the offensive stats here from the game here tonight. First, for Oliver Springs, a couple of individual totals. Gavin Hill rushed 7 times for 31 yards. Brandon Nation led the Bobcats on the ground, 9 carries, 46 yards. Zach Elliott, the quarterback, 1 rushing yard. And just story tonight, the passing game, or really lack thereof, of Oliver Springs, 4 of 9 for 10 yards in total. And actually, I apologize, it was actually 4 rushing yards for Elliott I had on the evening. In total, 83 yards on the ground, 2 turnovers, and those 2 turnovers led to 2 touchdowns for Coalfield. Certainly not ideal there for Oliver Springs. Also 8 penalties, 75 yards. For Coalfield, the senior Seth Lau, 12 carries, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, and then receiving 1 for 21 yards and another touchdown for 3 touchdowns for Seth Lau. Landon Lau, 5 carries, 17 yards. The quarterback, the sophomore Cole Hines, 8 rushes, 81 yards, 4 of 6 through the air, 38 yards, and a touchdown. And you mentioned having one of the better games, and I agree with this one. McKinney from Coalfield, Isaac McKinney, 9 carries, 114 yards, and in total, and maybe off a yard or 2, but we'll say it's precise, right? But in total, I had 282 yards rushing for Coalfield. Piggyback that on top of the 300-plus they had last week against Greenback. One thing's for sure, Coalfield may not throw it for 100 or 500 yards or whatever it is, but one thing's for sure, they got a heck of a good running attack. If you're going to beat Coalfield, you're going to put some points up against a stout defense, but also stop a very effective running game as well. But Coalfield's something they might want to clean up, some penalties. They had, as I'll figure this out here, Coalfield 8 penalties for a total of 84 yards. So that's something, anytime you have a good game, of course you move on, but what can we work on, guys? Clean up some penalties for sure. But overall, Coalfield advances, and Oliver Springs gets ready for basketball.
They certainly do, and moving into the Final Four, and that's the way it is. Let's get another break right here. We'll be back with our MVP and more right after this.
This is Vic for Patterson's Appliance in Rockwood, and this is what we've got. I have a huge selection of refrigerators. I have a top-mount refrigerator, a big door on the bottom. I have 4-door refrigerators, 3-door refrigerators, and 5-door refrigerators. A good selection. And we'll have more shipments coming soon. This is Vic. Come and see us at Patterson's Appliance Outlet, located in Gateway Center next to Walmart.
Cat Harriman has immediate openings for a new building construction class. Learn electrical, roofing, masonry, plumbing, framing, and more. Learn how to read blueprints and how to pass code. Applications are online at gcatharriman.edu and at the GCAT Harriman campus at 1745 Harriman Highway. Ask about our financial aid program. This is a new building construction class with immediate openings from GCAT Harriman.
Hello, this is Jason Polan, Chief Administrative Officer at Roan Medical Center. Now that all of our services are open again, we're excited to welcome you back. We're taking every precaution to keep you safe, like enhanced cleaning protocols, wearing masks, entry screening, and social distancing. I would like to thank our community for the incredible support you've shown our employees during this time. You're the reason we are here, and it's our privilege to care for you. Learn more at roanmedical.com.
For a good home-cooked meal, visit Courtney's Diner in Midtown, open weekdays 7 a.m. till 4 p.m. Look for daily specials on Courtney's Diner Facebook page. Call 882-4004 for carry-out orders. Courtney's Diner, 2807 Rome State Highway in Midtown.
This area's leading provider of quality engineered trusses is Lau's Truss Company in Oneida, offering 5-day delivery and crane service. Find out more at Lau's Truss CO at highland.net. Lau's Truss Company, Scott Highway in Oneida.
Are you ready for a joint replacement but still nervous about what rehab will entail? At South Fork Physical Therapy, we welcome you to visit us or call us prior to your surgery to answer the unknown. We're located on Main Street between Darnell's and Walgreens.
One Bank High School football is on the air.
This is the Postgame Show on WECO, sponsored by Hall Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown.
This is Philip Hall. From shoes to uniforms and all your embroidery needs, we got you covered at Hall Sports and Outdoors.
This is Samuel Howard, and this scoring update is sponsored by Randy Ellis, chairman of the Roane County Commission. Tonight, South Doyle outscores Knox Central 21-14. Oak Ridge is victorious over West 31-28. And in our game, Coalfield defeats Oliver Springs 36-0. Now let's return to the sports crew and Keith Adcock.
And thank you very much, Samuel. And welcome back once again to our Hall Sports and Outdoors post-game call-in show. And joining me right now, Mr. Brad Jones of BBB Channel 12 out of Oak Ridge. And Brad, we kind of teamed up tonight with a little bit of video and audio tonight.
That's right. I had some people contact me last Saturday and asked if there was a way I could stream the broadcast. And I said, well, I can't put it on TV, but I can stream it. So they were going to pay the whole amount. Then I had some people from Oliver Springs that wanted to do the same thing. So I just split it up between all of them and let them pay because it's $750
right.
that goes to the TSSAA to be able to stream a broadcast.
How many different ways did they have to watch this tonight?
Oh, man. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, my website. Then you have on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. You can watch it on those as well. So, and I had a comment from somebody that said that they had it up on a 120-inch TV watching it.
Oh,
so,
my goodness.
yeah.
Well, you know, and it's kind of new to us because we do radio. And radio moves kind of quick, you know. We're not used to TV and everything. And I'd see you flip it over, and I'd say, "Oh Lord, I wish you'd turn that camera so much." Because all three of us have faces for radio, not TV. Trust me.
That's why I'm behind it.
But a lot of fans got to watch this ball game tonight and hear this ball game.
Well, and you got to think that there was only 800 people allowed to be here tonight.
Yes.
So there's a lot of people that want to see the game. And they were able to watch it that way. So.
And that's always a good thing. But it's always good. We don't get to do this too often, but especially tonight, just a good night to kind of team up and get this thing on the road.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was just, you know, like I said, I just wanted to do something simple and not spend a lot of money myself. Right. So I asked Ed if I could tie into you, and he said, "Oh, yeah, yeah, let's do that."
Yeah, let's tune in and do that. But I hope the fans enjoyed it tonight. And, Brad, I want to thank you for being a part of it. And I know we stay quite a bit after our post-game show. I mean, we go on forever, I guess. But
well, I'm normally still tearing down right now anyway, so
good.
It doesn't matter.
And I didn't want you to stay as long as because I know we'll still be on
we still have
there.
people watching. And
still got people watching. And
I've got 5 more minutes left
scheduled.
So
that won't be bad at all, so we'll be pretty good. But I just want to thank you on behalf of WCO for doing this and being a part. And like I said, I hope the fans enjoyed the broadcast tonight. It's probably a little bit different from what they're used to.
Right.
But we hope they enjoyed it, too.
Well, I hope they did, too. I mean,
may have to do it again.
Well, call out to the people that sponsored tonight that if they want to pay you next week, I'll drive to South Pittsburgh and pop it on the air again.
Well, we could do that, too, and wouldn't be bad at all. But we'll see what we do. Anything you want to say? A lot of fans listen
basketball.
That's it, coming up. But matter of fact,
Monday night.
Started.
Yeah,
Monday
we've played 2 games.
Okay.
Played at Kingston on Monday. They laid it to us a little bit. But they turned around and laid it to Oak Ridge the next night. So it wasn't just Coalfield they laid it on. Kingston's got a good ball club. Colton Airmore, he's got a good team this year. Played the North City on Tuesday. So, I mean, we're playing some bigger schools right now. And you can see we've got 8 people out on the field out there that are going to be basketball players.
That's it.
So, you know, we're hurting right now as far as with numbers, but we're not going to back down.
We got 6 people.
We've got
6
8.
or 7.
We've got 8.
Okay.
But we've got 1 right now that's in quarantine.
Okay.
So we'll be playing Monday night with 7.
Well, I'll tell you, and they're limiting a little bit of tickets where you're going.
Yeah, they've just now. They started this week. I think home games are
Right.
only going to be 300 tickets.
300 tickets.
300.
Now, are those going to be sold? And while I got you, are those going to be sold at the schools, or do you have to get online with basketball?
No,
like
I
you
think they're going to have a
football?
gate
Okay.
and then cut it off when they reach 300.
They reach
Now, they're
okay.
selling season tickets, which guarantees you a seat.
Right. And if you don't have that, you're not guaranteed a seat.
No. So if you buy a season ticket seat, call Coach Scott or
call the office.
The office, or,
Yes.
or Ronnie probably has some too, Coach Wilson.
Right.
And that'll guarantee you to be able to get into the game and watch us. And, it's being inside, that's kind of more scary.
It is.
But, we hope we get a basketball season in because they've worked really hard. We started working in May, the end of May, well, early June, when Coach Scott was hired. We took the dead period off, and the kids that didn't play football after the dead period, we continued.
Good.
So in summer, you can work as much as you want in summer. Of course, we normally don't have enough players to do much. But the ones we had, we worked them. And then once school starts, you can work out and condition, and then you can do work with 3 people at a time.
Okay.
And so that's what, we would have 3-man groups and work with that. So, and then practice started on November 2nd. It's
back to
right
the
at
round ball,
yes,
isn't it? It's
yes.
here. Well, Brad, thank you for doing this again on behalf of everybody that got to see it tonight. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you all for letting me use your audio. And
we don't mind. We don't mind.
Still
If your fans don't mind, we don't mind.
That's
okay?
right. That's right.
So that's it.
Just
I'm
make
going to
sure
get a
we don't
break
get off.
right here, and we'll be back with more of our Hall Sports and Outdoors.
And we'll be signing off here on
the other
video,
side. Okay.
so.
Good enough, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to Brad, BBB12 out of Oak Ridge, and everything that he did tonight. Thank you for that. Let's get a break. We'll come back and finish out our show right after this.
All right, thanks.
Get huge savings at Duncan Family Automotive Group in Harriman. Chevy Silverado 1500 crew cab pickups at $4,500 cash allowance plus an additional $1,000 in accessory allowance. 2021 Cadillac XT4, XT5, XT6 models have 0 for 72 months financing plus $500 cash allowance, and most 2020 Buick SUVs now have 0 for 84 months financing. Click DuncanFamilyAuto.com to see all our special offers. Come see us real soon at Duncan Family Automotive Group in Harriman.
With all the turkey and the trimmings, the festive time and the fun, add this wish from Holland Communications. May your Thanksgiving